Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this fucking Tuesday night? It's Knucklehead Comics out here, the Knucklehead Network. We got Lay and Cap in the building. What's going on, guys?
Not much, man. I'm good.
I hear you. You can't hear me, Lay? What up, big fool? Oh, Lay can't hear it. You can't hear us? Oh, all right, he can hear. All right. Yeah, man. We just heard James Gunn's slate is what he calls it.
Yeah, so James Gunn had just announced what his, not everything, but a big chunk of what his plans are for his reboot of the DCU.
Yeah. And he came out of left field with some shit. Some
Yeah.
people I ain't never heard of, some characters I ain't never knew existed. I want to know how all that shit comes together with it. But he also said some stuff that we kind of called. You know, what's going on, Lay?
Yeah, chilling, brothers.
I hear that. He got the Green Lantern show.
Yeah, we'll get into all that, man.
Yeah. You know, he got he said some shit that we was talking about when we was arguing, but we'll definitely get into that shit. So anybody got a question of the day?
All right. I was thinking about this the other day, just randomly at work, trying to kill time for like literally the last hour of my shift, and I'm like, all right, do something that's that you're not gonna want to punch somebody in the face when they say anything near. So I was thinking, I was like, what movie or movie verse would you most want to live in? Now, one you could live in for a year, another one for 5 years, and another one for 20. Now you can pick 3 different ones or one the same or maybe mix them, but movie verse, it doesn't have to be movies that continuity. Like it could be one movie that you like always liked. You're like, I wonder what it'd be like to live there in that universe, you know what I mean?
I hear you. Going on to Quan.
That dude showed up on Thursday. He would have got some interesting questions.
Word.
But that's that. That's another time, another place.
And
all right.
Shit, so 5 years, 1 year, 5 year, 20 years?
Yeah.
Damn, that's something, man. I've never thought of that before.
I was literally at work and I was like, what? Like, you kill that out. And I killed that hour. I literally, at the last 10 minutes of it before I left, I came up with the 20-year one. Because I'm like, I'm going to be there for 20 years. I have to be able to,
Yeah. Shit. And this is any kind of movie.
I mean, one of your favorite movies, one that it doesn't have to be your favorite. It's a movie that you look at the world and you're like, I can see myself living there and be happy. You know what I mean? Or it'd be plausible for me to live there,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have to be your favorite movies. There's people that love horror movies. I highly doubt they want to be in Freddy not on Elm Street. I don't think that's maybe you're a sociopath and that's your thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? That's your thing, but I'm just saying I'm figuring I want to be able to fall asleep at one point in time.
All right, I got it. Here we go.
Okay.
My 1 year one, barbed wire. I got to spend a year with a prime pan Anderson. I'll take that. My 5 year one is the MCU. Because I'm either going to get really cool superpowers or I'm going to be snapped for 5 seconds and it'll have been 5 years and then I'm done.
And you have aged a day.
Yeah. And then my 20-year one, my 20-year one is the movie Oscar. Sylvester Stallone's movie.
And it's funny, that's an unsung movie right there.
Yeah.
That's a really unsung movie.
I figured I can live for 20 years with what do you call it? In that world, helping him out and all that. Yeah. You're an ox and a moron.
With your danging participles. Shit. Damn. That's oh, the TV series that you movie that you want to live in.
Remember 1, 5, and 20. Those are the years.
Yeah, I feel like this is golf right now. Like it's very riveting. He's about to think of what he's gonna do for his next putt.
Yeah, man, that shit.
Fast and Furious 1 for 1 year, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah, Fast and the Furious for 5 years.
I mean, didn't you live that one technically with your car?
Yeah. My car didn't live there 5 years, but you know.
I'm trying to think of 1 year.
Yep.
Shit. Nah, you know what? The 1 year with the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies.
Ooh, nice. When Domino's Pizza actually looked cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. And they had that 30 minutes or less thing.
Yep. But you took 35 minutes, so there's no tip.
I would have done the Home Alone to that nigga. He was everybody's getting Home Alone.
Shit, in 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years, whichever movie John Cena's in.
That's where you can continuously kill him for 20 years.
So now it's just me and you. Like, Cap had to go. It's very sad.
Very sad.
Very sad.
They don't get him, mommy. Very sad.
He killed himself.
Nah, see, that's just like the Marvelverse. I was snapped out, and now I'm back.
You were gone for 2 years then.
Yeah. Shit.
All right, like what movies did you come up with while we wait for Ben?
I guess.
Right, so the 1 year would be the John Wick franchise.
Ooh.
You know, and I get to travel to all the Continentals, get the coins. I'm an assassin. Little dream job of mine. You know, if anybody doesn't know, definitely that world. Because the fact is, I have a bulletproof suit. By the way, they never tell you that the pants are bulletproof. They tell you the jacket is. You know what I'm saying? But definitely the John Wick franchise. Once I saw that, 5 years, Point Break, live like Bodie in them, in banks, surfing. You know what I mean? Living that kind of like nomad kind of life. I've always thought that was an interesting life to live that kind of deal. And then 20 years is I always forget the name of it right now, but it's pretty much a road ride, living life. You know, continuously wandering, getting better every day. You know, so kind of that. You know what I mean?
Oh, all that makes perfect sense for how you are. Shit, yo, I want to go back and change my 5 years from Marvel to G.I. Joe Retaliation.
All right, I hear that.
Yo, I've already I've said this before, but I did 4 years in the military, so that's one more for me.
Yeah.
And like I've said in the past, I've literally have more qualifications than Shipwreck from the G.I. Joes, who's a fucking thief. So I'm already practically a fucking G.I. Joe to begin with.
Yeah, this is correct. You're absolutely right. You're right. 1 year the Truman Show, 5 years Scott Pilgrim, 20 years Star Wars. Alien pussy.
Yeah, except well, yeah, I guess so. I was about to say they all look like us, but not really.
Real Steel. 20 years Real Steel. Fucking train robots.
I mean, you mean Steel the Shaq movie?
No, that's fake Steel. Talking about Real Steel with Hugh Jackman.
Oh, the one with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Got it.
The one with Shaq is Iron. Iron Steel.
No, that's aluminium.
His name is John Irons. So.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit, that's a dope ass question, man.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I was at work and I'm like, yo, the 1 year one came pretty quick. because I was like at work, I'm in a black suit. So I literally look down and go, "Oh, John Wick, that makes sense." Like, that's that, and everything else kind of fell along into place. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I want to change my 1 year one to a joke answer, but I don't want to get us in trouble.
We're already banned off YouTube. What else trouble you want to get into?
Maybe the 1 year one, me as being a complete clown would probably be Ace Ventura. What is it like to be Ace Ventura for a year?
Yeah, shit. My 1 year, just so I get out of my system. Debbie Does Dallas.
Shit. I was thinking of Coming to America.
Oh, okay.
Be the Prince of Zamunda. Shit.
That's one way to do it.
Dude, knowing your luck, you'd be working at McDowell's.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
So if we have the golden arcs, right? Not the golden arches. The Big Mick. I was like, yo, this dude, bro. He's a little...
You know, I don't know if they do it every year, but for like the 50th anniversary or one of the big anniversaries for that movie, they actually turned one of the McDonald's somewhere into McDowell's, which is fucking cool.
That was cool. Yeah, that was cool. I remember it was close to where the original one was at. You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool. Yeah. And for the joke of the half a year one, it would be the Warriors. Like half a year is a Warrior.
Warriors, come out and play.
What would I want to spend a half a year? You know what? A half a year in Godzilla versus Kong. Only because I would like to experience what the fuck having actual kaijus running around would look like. And if I only got to do it for a little bit and I'm fine, that's cool.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. You know, that's just balls. That's not right. Just cover that up, bro. Pants. Shit. I can't see the lizard balls. Just
word. Shit. Damn. Half a year, probably Suburban Commando.
What? What? I can't. What? All right. Okay.
We're gonna get you, Ramsey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only place you can be with the Undertaker and Hogan at the same time.
I remember. To me, it was a massive deal that the Undertaker was in it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit, it's the Undertaker." Then he spoke. I was like, "What?" No, I'm good. I am all right. Yeah, man. Yeah. As a joke answer for half a year, I would say, shit, it was just there. Weird Science.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm showing the shit out of my age, but I don't care.
Yo, you know what? We're only doing half a year. Fuck it. I'll go into Street Fighter. The original Street Fighter.
I was thinking of Street Fighter, but they never made a good one.
Hey,
like I want to be Ryu, but they never really made Ryu. Ryu would travel the world barefooted for some reason. Like there's not needles and shit out there. Like
he definitely ain't traveled to Ocean Beach.
The animated movie from Japan, sign me up. Yeah.
Yo, did you see the YouTube fan made one?
Yeah, the Assassin's Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dude
pretty good.
The dude that did it was the first assassin in Born Ultimatum. That's him, yeah. He's the one that plays Akuma. It's funny. If you guys get a chance on YouTube, watch the Art of Action with Scott Adkins, and he interviews him. He interviews a lot of people. The guy that plays the Mandalorian when he does any fight scenes, he interviews him. Dolph Lundgren, you know what I'm saying? So you guys get a chance. It's really cool because you really learn a lot about stunt work and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And Scott Adkins is in the new John Wick movie. So there you go.
Yeah. Shit, who's not in the new John Wick movie?
I don't know, but they said, but yeah, me either. But they said it's going to be a lot more action. And then my cousin told me, yeah, it's a lot longer. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hold on.
How do you put more action in a John Wick movie?
That's what I was about to say. How you put more fucking action in that shit?
Easy. You put in Donnie Yen, you put in Scott Adkins, you put in all these people, and you get the fight scenes are going to be insane.
Yo, when I heard you say, oh, they were gonna put more action in it, that's like we're gonna put more Eddie Murphy in the Nutty Professor. I'm like, you can't.
We're gonna put more words in a dictionary. Like what? What?
Yeah, no. I completely agree. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's like putting more steroids in the Warrior. It's impossible, but somehow they're finding a way.
Word.
Yeah, he's dead. I know. Whatever. Yeah.
Shit. A year in Willy Wonka.
Wait, which one?
So we want the Johnny Depp one or
no?
You want the drown in the Chocolate River one, or you gonna get touched by him one?
Oh, by the way, you do realize they're making another one about before he became Willy Wonka, like beforehand, with the dude from Dune, the young kid from Dune.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, the kid that doesn't know what a shirt looks like in premieres.
Ah.
I was like, once again, nobody. This is like the new Night Court show. Nobody asked for that. I didn't ask for that.
But one person had the lead actress asked for that new Night Court show. Yeah, so that's one person.
There's no more Big Bang Theory. There's no check coming in.
Shit, with the way Big Bang Theory was, you don't need a fucking check. It's like fucking friend.
The main staple got those checks.
Nah.
The original crew. I don't know if she got it. That's why you don't see the rest of them dudes doing. I mean, except for
Parsons.
That played Sheldon, but he's not doing anything insane. He's like acting.
No, yeah.
The problem with a show like that is you gotta find a way to break out of that character and have people see you differently, and that's hard to do.
Yeah. I mean, you see it with a lot of those shows where they're like, "Oh, you're this character." Like in Martin, you're Cole. That's it. You know what I mean? That's how they know you. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Every time I see Reginald Vell Johnson, I'm like, "Oh shit, Carl Winslow."
Mm-hmm.
Even when I see him in Die Hard, I'm like, "Yo, that's Carl Winslow."
Yeah, me too. And I seen him in Die Hard first. He ultimately became Carl Winslow. You know what I mean?
Hey, they're saying Family Matters is a spinoff for Die Hard. Yeah,
it's funny because if you think about it, he traveled to Chicago, and it's a spinoff between Die Hard and Perfect Strangers. What a fucking mix, right there with a fucking mix.
Word.
Yeah, if you want to read, that's how you do it.
Yeah, and that's why Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Like Ninja Turtles is a spinoff of Daredevil.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yo, we walked past the fucking subway, not subway, fucking sewer cap that had green fucking like liquid on it. Shit, probably antifreeze or something. But I was like, oh, that's the Terrigen right there. I was this close from being like, you know what? What I get?
Blind. Yeah, blinded.
Blinded. I mean, he's a Daredevil fan, so it makes sense.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
true. For real. I'll be right back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I just went up. I was thinking about that question. You said put me in Django. I want to avenge my ancestors. I ain't mad at that one, brother. But you're gonna have to put up with a lot of shit before you do it. Remember, he became free. That shit just didn't happen. It's gonna be some lashing, brother. You know what I'm saying?
You might think you're in that movie and wind up in a different movie with Tyrion Ejiofor.
He's a slave on right quick. Yeah, man. It's just I don't know why that question popped in, but it was really entertaining because people were coming in and out, and I'm still thinking about it, and I'm like, no, that would suck. I thought of aliens right away, and I'm like, nah, everybody died.
Yeah.
Nope. Terminator. Nah, man, that happens too often. Yeah.
Yo, you know what it would suck to be, even though it's a good show, it would suck to get stuck in My Hero Academia.
Yes, absolutely.
Because some of those motherfucking powers you get are just stupid.
No, yeah.
I don't want to wind up
they're
like
called
my
the corks, right? The corks
Yeah.
you get. Corks is it or the
quirks.
Quirks? Yeah, quirks. My bad. Yeah. And
I
as
don't
I
want
was
to get
thinking the
stuck
same
with
thing
like
about
my quirks and
Invincible.
potatoes. Like
I was thinking about the same thing. Invincible. You're walking one day and a building falls on you because two people are fighting. And then fucking, you just on some. Oh, I'm dead now because they kill people like that.
yo, that train scene, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember when he went to the alien race and eradicated them. Like he literally went to their home planet and said, "Well, let's do this." You know what I'm saying? Even the boys too. You know,
Yeah, that's why I picked
big-headed
Marvel, man.
superheroes. You know what I'm saying?
So I picked Marvel. Everybody's chill over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to cross the street in the boys.
No, you couldn't.
Fucking this dude running through your ass.
Exactly. Or if Homelander just decides to fucking heat vision everybody in one moment just because he can't get breast milk.
Yeah. Fucking idiot.
That's crazy. It's funny. TV shows are another do that one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, TV shows that probably a year. Shit, that's a good one. A TV show a year.
Yo, I do a year and Step by Step. Remember that thing?
Yeah, I'll do a year in Family Matters. Speaking of Carl Winslow, Family Matters. You know what I'm saying? I'm not want to be Steve Urkel. I want to be walking into the house.
Yeah. See, yo, that's why I
they don't
picked
lock their doors, so you know.
That's why I picked Step by Step because even though I am Spanish, I don't look that way, and I don't want to be the token white dude in Family Matters. So I'd much rather just blend in with the with the white show.
5 years as a TV show.
Oh, 5 years Hero.
That's good. That's good.
I just got to stop Silas or whatever the fuck his name is from trying to take my shit.
Yeah. 5 years, the A-Team.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, the A-Team, yeah. Yeah, I'm saying. Then 20 years in the show. Years. It went 11 years. It went 11 years.
I'd pick a show that probably went 20 years.
Something I want to be on for that long.
Yeah.
Simpsons, I guess, right? The Simpsons, I guess.
I'll go with Baywatch. I can run in slow motion.
It's true. That sunburn would be real, though, Cap. That sunburn's gonna be real.
No. FPS 100. They make it.
That's right. That's back in the days when the ozone layer wasn't that horrible.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, that's true. Apparently, supposedly, it's repairing itself because of the pandemic.
The less pollution and shit.
Yeah. So
when we all went inside,
they were the problem.
We're always the problem.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Yeah, I know people out there thinking that's a ridiculous question. But if you sit down and think about it, you start analyzing the movies, you go, damn, I love that movie, but I don't want to live in that world.
Yo, I was like, yo, Predator would be cool. I was like, nah, right? I can't fight Predator. I was like, Running Man. I was like, nah, I can't deal with that shit. Like,
who says you're gonna last a year now? You know what I mean? And the Predator one, I was thinking, damn, son, out of 6 high-end elite soldiers plus a CIA liaison, only one made it out. And then Predators, once again, 2 made it out. And then the other trash ones they made, almost nobody made it out.
Yeah. Then Prey, only 1 made it out again.
Yeah, and then I told Cap, I said Aliens. Nah, man. Nah, dude, you gotta be a woman to win that one. I'm out. Yeah, maybe we'll kill it. I'm done.
You talk about Alien or Aliens?
Alien.
The second one with the Space Marines.
Yeah, the second one. It's funny because I see the first one and I get it's good, but I don't get the big hoopla of it. And this might be the action guy in me. when I see the second one, I get hyped. And the other day I was seeing the runtime, and I go, I don't even know this is that long. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's like they're doing the thing with the tracker, and you hear the beeping. I'm like, yo, I enjoy every second of that shit. When you hear the beeping, you're like, and he goes, it's all around us, man. There's something moving here. It ain't us. I'm like, game over. Let's go, man. Let's do this. Love that shit.
Well, you can always do Lost in Space.
See the thing about Lost in Space is the uncertainty of it, and it has that old creepy rapist. He wouldn't make it past the first 10 minutes. Shoot him in the face.
Yeah, not to mention you're gonna get stuck with Matt LeBlanc and his bad acting.
Yes, and it's funny because if we're talking about the TV show, still creepy, but if we're talking about that movie, yeah, I might. You know what's funny? Gary Oldman's your old creepy guy. I might have to kill Matt LeBlanc just straight because he sucks. I might stick with your creepy guy.
Yo, I don't know how he turned that cool mask thing into like boring ass.
It was just him talking. Like if his lines would have kept on like an Arnold script for Terminator, it would have been money. You know what I'm saying? Some people just don't need all the lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Will Chamberlain in Conan the Destroyer. He had like 5 lines. Just be tall. Stand there and be tall. You got a guy. There it is.
Yeah, that's like what's his name? Like Conan, Arnold's friend who's in that movie. They're like, yo, you just look like you got muscles.
Yes.
Don't say shit, just stand in the back.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all you need. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, question to kill time, and it wound up working very well for me. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah. So so the James Gunn thing. My boy sent it to me, right?
Yeah.
And look, I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. I appreciate the fact that there's a fucking plan. All right. They're not throwing shit on the board and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
There's some projects I'm excited about. Very few. There's other ones that I'm like, I need more information. You know, because we're talking about like, yo, I need more info before I get invested.
No, because there's some people I never heard of. Like I don't even know what's going on with this shit. But you know that monster crew or whatever.
Oh, the Commando.
Yeah.
Like I said, that and the Authority is a James Gunn. That's straight James Gunn. If not, out of all that shit that he announced, that shit, those two things are that's reeks of James Gunn. That's him like, yo, I'm a fucking like I don't want to, like everybody's weird because this is my weirdo side coming out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is me showing you how different I am.
Yo, the minute I read a guy, because I have the list in front of me, the minute I saw the Creature Commandos, I was like, how the fuck does this tie into anything? What are we doing here? Like right off the bat.
Be a weird connection. I remember reading something about it. Like it was like I forgot if it was Swamp Thing talking to Batman or John Constantine, that it kind of had that very really far off connection. But I don't know a lot about him. Very little.
Yeah. This is the brief synopsis that they got here. It's a 7-episode animated show in which Amanda Waller creates a Black Ops team out of monstrous prisoners. And James Gunn wrote all of the episodes for the first season. So Amanda Waller has an issue. Because she just wants to make Suicide Squads out of everybody.
Now at this point it's a fetish.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something this is not normal.
Yeah,
that one's with the Authority one it's interesting in a way because two things that everybody knows majorly about the Authority if you know about them. One, they're very brutal, extremely brutal. You know what I mean? They pretty much do what the Justice League won't do. And they have an openly gay couple, 2 guys, Apollo and
Night Stalker, right?
Yeah, they, you know what I'm saying? And he is more brutal than anybody else. And he's the human.
He's the like Batman Unleashed.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's an interesting concept.
You know what's funny? I didn't know who the Authority was until you just brought that up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I know Night Stalker and Apollo and all that."
Yeah.
I read that when I was on
Absolutely.
when I was on the ship.
Yeah, it was I read 2 Authority comics, confusing them for a different version, like different take on the boys. I swear to God, for a second, I was like, "Oh, it's just another thing of the boys," and all of a sudden, halfway through, I go, "This is DC." I go back. DC. I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's DC. My bad." Because I'm
Yo,
like, "This guy looks a shitload like Batman and Owlman."
Yeah,
He looks exact. I'm like, "Oh, I see it now. I get it." You know what I mean? So,
I
yeah.
remember picking it up for the first time on my ship and reading it while we had to do like a ship's cleaning. So I would have to clean the chapel. And I'm vacuuming and I got done early. There's a bookshelf, tons of fucking graphic novels.
So
Take it out, reading it. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh,
yeah.
okay. And then this was back in 2004. So the whole LGBTQ thing was not like
This is
a
what it
big
is now.
thing.
Yeah.
So when I first saw Night Stalker and Apollo, I was like, wait a minute, they showed this? I was like, they actually did this. Okay.
Absolutely. So you just take a step back and go, okay. You know what I'm saying? That's a very angry guy. He's really upset with the world. Like, he's really violent. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. The Booster Gold I'm really excited about because if they cast him right, that's gonna be hilarious. You know
Chris Pratt.
That's gotta be who Chris Pratt is playing.
I would honestly I want to pick somebody that's not Chris Pratt because Chris Pratt brings certain how do I say it? Certain baggage with him. You know what I mean?
Like Super Mario baggage.
Just that's another shit he said. And I get James Gunn and him are cool. That and they're going aren't they for younger actors? That's what they told Batista. They're going for younger actors.
Yeah, even though Batista would be perfect.
Yeah, Booster Gold when he does in his like mid-20s.
Yo, speaking of Bane, they're gonna introduce their own Batman with the Brave and the Bold.
Yeah,
so
with
it's
Damian
and Robin, huh?
With his son.
Yeah, him and Damian.
And it's funny because I don't like Damian in the comics or whoever voice him, but it's a really interesting take, and they finally can properly cast the Al Ghuls. They don't have to whitewash them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So basically, from what he said was Shazam, this new one that's coming out, is gonna be the beginning of this because it's gonna go from Shazam to Flashpoint, right? And then Blue Beetle, and then Aquaman 2. Like, he didn't say that these movies are nothing. They're gonna lead into this new slate. But the official start of the slate is that monster shit.
I think so. I don't see any dates for when these come out. When these come out,
I know that Matt Reeves is 2025.
Yeah,
and the Superman one I think is also 2025. That I remember.
He said
Legacy Superman Legacy.
Superman Legacy. Yep.
Yeah.
July 11th.
Oh, July 11th,
2025. But here's my thing is I think out of all the projects, that's the thing I'm most concerned about because it's apparently it's very difficult to make a Superman movie. Like it's very difficult to make a Fantastic Four movie. Apparently,
a good one at least.
It's not difficult to make a Superman movie. It's Superman just sucks. Period. And it's not difficult to make a it's not difficult to make a Fantastic Four movie. They just titled it The Incredibles.
Yeah. No, that was a great. I told somebody a while back, yo, the best Fantastic Four movie I've ever seen is The Incredibles. That's not Fantastic Four. It's not. Yeah. You don't see it?
Same shit.
Invisible Girl.
It's the thing. Only thing the leader. That's all they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jack is Johnny Storm. And then he's the Super Skrull.
I know. Jack
is Super Skrull.
Jack is the Skrull. Yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying it's just.
I still haven't seen the second one though.
Second one is dope. I like the second one.
It's dope.
Look, believe it or not, for all the shit that I'm into, comics and all that, kids cartoons, like kid movies, I'm not watching that much anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
like I've graduated.
I just finished watching Strange World, which is not bad. It's not a bad movie on the Disney Plus, and Red, where she turns into the big red panda.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good movie also.
Yeah, I've just been watching on Disney. I've been watching just following the Bad Batch right now. So
yeah,
I can tell somebody that really likes Indiana Jones did the last episode.
Yeah, really?
I was like, somebody's Indiana Jones came out in that episode. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah. So we have the Green Lantern show I'm also excited about. But I'm really worried about them casting Jon Stewart. I'm really, because Hal Jordan, I'm really freaked out. You know what I mean about that?
Yeah.
I wanted them to cast the guy who they cast for Wonder Man. But
Yahya Abdul Matif or something like that. I think
I would prefer him, but we're here.
Well, I mean, he's already Mantis.
True.
Yeah. And they did say that Jason Momoa is only playing one character.
Absolutely correct. Yes, I remember.
They didn't say which one, but they said he's only playing one.
Like I said, that's a clear direction, and I appreciate the fact that we have one.
I think he's only going to play Aquaman, because if Aquaman does gangbusters at the box office, it'd be kind of stupid to change him.
Yeah, sure.
How would you feel if the dude who played Luke Cage in the Netflix series was Jon Stewart?
I wouldn't be mad at that one. Mike Coulter, I wouldn't be mad at it. But like I said, they want to go. Their whole thing is going younger with everybody.
Yeah, so it's got to be Michael B. Jordan.
I mean, his Human Torch. Anyway, and we know how we feel about a thing, Michael B. Drake.
Word.
Yeah. What's the other one that they
do Supergirl, World of Tomorrow.
I really don't care for that. Honestly,
really?
I want to be surprised, but I've never cared about Supergirl.
Dude, but they're basing it off of Tom King's his run. That was one of the best runs that
I'm trying to tell you, I've never read it.
No.
Like I have no interest in. Like I have little interest in Superman until he goes rogue, and I have even less interest in Supergirl.
Well, in this one,
Superboy Prime.
Yeah, they're saying in this one she's gonna be more jaded.
Yeah, I know. I said, until somebody that I appreciate, I trust her opinion with things that come with this.
Yeah,
somebody that read that run or tells me something about it, I don't at all. I'm like, you know what? Drops because on HBO Max or whatever the fuck they're gonna call it at that point.
Yeah,
HBO Discovery Max .2308. I'll get on that. Right now, I don't give a flying rat's ass about it.
I hear you. What about there's going to be a Wallace show?
Wallace, you know why I'm interested in that? Because I want to see you with Viola Davis and John Cena. Because you appreciate Viola Davis, but it's still John Cena in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's funny. That seems to be that seems to be taking the place of Peacemaker.
Okay.
It said it still has the Peacemaker team in it.
What was that like?
It said it's supposed to take that show is going to take place between seasons 1 and 2 of Peacemaker. It's like smack in the middle.
Okay. Yeah.
So it says starring Viola Davis, the series will feature the Peacemaker team.
Mm-hmm. And there's a chance it's just her daughter and the people that are left in the team right now.
Yeah.
Then we get, for the 47th fucking time, Swamp Thing.
But not for nothing. Swamp Thing can connect Constantine and Batman and all that other shit to that magic room.
It can.
Yeah.
I'm just nobody cared.
Hold on, you're freezing on us now. Yeah, he froze on us. Yeah, I just hope that we're actually gonna. All right, I can see you now. All right, so say it again. From the first one. They did this and no one cared.
Oh, I said they did it. They did 2 movies in the 80s with Heather Locklear. Nobody gave a shit.
I like those movies.
They revamped it like a few years ago. The first episode came out and everybody loved it. It was rave reviews. They canceled the fucking thing after 1 episode.
Yeah, because it wasn't that shit on like Life TV or something. It was on a channel.
It was supposed to be on the CW. Then they put it up on their streaming shit.
Okay.
On that DC Prime or DC whatever.
Yeah.
And then they canceled it. Now this is the fucking 3rd time that they're gonna try.
No, they actually had that show on the USA for a while. Swamp Thing show on the USA.
Yeah.
No, that was what do you call it? After it debuted and they canceled it, then they put the episodes that they had already filmed. They threw that on USA.
No, I was talking about the one in the 90s.
I didn't even know that. They did one in the 90s there.
Yeah, they did. I think they had 2 seasons.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a lot grimmer, but it's Swamp Thing.
Wasn't that on Sci-Fi though? I remember the Sci-Fi.
Late 90s, early 2000s, they put it on Sci-Fi for a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
You know, they used to do on Sci-Fi that superhero week with like the old Captain America from the 70s and all that.
Yeah, they
put that on there sometimes too.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Plus, hopefully we get to see the
fucking Swamp Thing, because that new show, me and Cruz was watching it because Cruz found a website to watch it. I remember the first episode was like, okay, we're gonna see this dude turn into Swamp Thing and all that. Then the second episode, we see the girl and like a shadow, and then the third episode, it's the girl and some other shit, and it's like, when do we get to see Swamp Thing? That's why it was canceled.
Nobody
the first episode, you was like, oh shit, we got to see the guy who's playing him turn into Swamp Thing, and then 5 episodes later, where the fuck is he? We see the vines moving. We see the fucking the forest talking to him. Where's he at? We've been tricked by a trickless magician. It's like, what the fuck, bro?
If Marvel has shown anything, it's that the movie effects and all that shit, the 3D effects and all those artists, it's apparently hard to do when you treat them like shit.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. And then there's what's the other show? The one
Paradise Lost.
Huh?
Paradise Lost.
That's one.
Themyscira.
Yeah.
That's the Wonder Woman people, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the levels of shit I don't give about that show, because they said Games of Thrones. This is like Games of Thrones. And I was like,
yeah.
You know what?
But those women are gonna be bad as fuck, though, Lay.
Absolutely.
It might not work. It might not work out in my favor. I'll spend my year there.
Yeah.
Well, you're not welcome there, but good luck.
First off, I am welcome everywhere.
He got blue eyes.
This is true. My apologies. This is true. Yeah. It should be interesting. I mean,
I'm trying to see. Let's see. Did we miss anything? There was the Commandos, the Waller.
So, Batman. Is that gonna be Elseworld? Batman 2? Because he didn't really mention Batman 2. He said there was gonna be a Batman.
No, he said that's gonna have an Elseworld thing about it. Matt Reeves and the Joker movies, those are gonna be outside of their continuity.
Yeah, because he didn't mention Elseworld. Yeah.
That was literally the first 2 minutes. I remember him saying it specifically. That kind of stuff ain't with us.
Yeah, he's like, everything that's not in our shit is Elseworld stuff.
Yep, absolutely.
And I was like, okay, Lay's gonna love that, because you always mention Elseworld.
Listen, some of the best comics that came out lately is shit that's not connected to nothing.
Yeah.
Like Deceased. Zombies and DC heroes.
Yeah.
Not like like the Marvel version. Sign me up. Shit.
Yeah. But that not for nothing, that's a smart way to do it. Because if you wanted to do the fucking like Black Lantern storyline where everybody's that could be Elseworld shit. You know what I'm saying? Or fucking like the Batman Who Laughs. Elseworld shit. You could do so much other stuff.
Yeah, you do like the Soviet Superman.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's the action. That's literally what it's there for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's if you want to get crazy, the metal Batman. Perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
That's something that they would have above Marvel.
Yeah.
Because Marvel, like Cap put it so well a couple of times, it all has to connect for some reason. Here, it's like, that shit has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Consider that the other comic book another artist made over there. And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's kind of dope.
Yeah.
See, but he didn't address the elephant in the room.
What's that?
Is his Doomsday gonna look like a fucking Ninja Turtle or not?
Well, I think we're gonna, like you said, we're starting off with a very young Superman, so it's gonna take us a minute to get there. It's gonna take us a minute to get there.
I love what he had to say about Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
he said, "We didn't fire Henry. Henry was never cast. He was in a cameo, and that was the end of his story."
Yeah,
that was it. Like that wasn't.
Yeah,
us.
didn't he also say that he got dicked around by the old regime?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, a lot of people made assumptions that weren't true, but for me, it's about who do I want to cast as Superman, and who do the filmmakers want to cast? For me, this is what is this? Oh, for me, this is the story. It isn't Henry. I like Henry. He's a great guy. I think he got dicked around by a lot of people, including the former regime of this company. But this Superman isn't Henry for a number of reasons.
Even though he's the best fit for him, but
like I said, I get it. You know what I mean?
You think this Henry Cavill played too much of a sympathetic Superman instead of for like a stoic one?
Well, Superman's not supposed to be stoic. That's Batman.
I know, but I'm just like, Superman has always been the fucking Captain America, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't get that much with Henry Cavill. You didn't get a leader with Henry Cavill.
No, well, that's because Zack Snyder made everybody Batman.
True.
And then when he went to Josh Whedon's Justice League, that was fucking Superman. But nobody wanted that because it wasn't Zack Snyder. So,
I mean, look, what you can do with Henry is, once again, Elseworld.
Yeah.
You could do that. There's no, you know what I'm saying? And Michael B. Jordan still wants to be Superman. Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and The Rock can, he lost his chance.
Stop that. Even he knows that.
Yeah,
he didn't even mention The Rock. Did he even say anything about Black Adam?
No. So the only other thing he said was, in regards to Gal Gadot, Zachary Levi, and just those two, really. He just said there's no reason why all the people you mentioned couldn't be a part of the DCU. We just haven't decided what the story is that we want to tell that incorporate Shazam or Aquaman.
Okay.
So they haven't been completely let go, but they don't know what they're going to do yet.
I mean, it makes sense because, he hasn't fully... This is just the first phase.
Yeah. And then in regards to everybody's favorite Miller, he's like, Ezra is completely committed to their recovery. We are fully supportive of that journey that they're on right now. And when the time is right, when they feel they're ready to have that discussion, we'll figure out what is the best way to move forward. But for right now, they're just completely focused on their recovery. So I'll tell you a little decoding of what that means. That means right now, what he said, right now they're focusing on recovering from whatever problems, trying to get past all that. And if the Flash movie makes $1 billion, welcome back. That's what that means.
Correct.
Which I think it's going to do, because again, I have yet to hear anything bad about that movie.
So that might be the last DC movie we watch.
So here's a funny thing, right? So James Gunn says, I know he probably said it, that it's the best superhero movie he's ever seen, right?
Yeah,
I go, you know what? Me and my cousin said, yo, we literally said the same thing. I'll be the judge of that. A lot of motherfuckers say this is the best movie ever. And then when you see it, you go,
yeah.
Were you high?
Fight.
Did you guys take some ecstasy or some shit? One of them drugs with Ezra?
Word.
You screened it to make you think you're a cult leader? I'm just saying.
Word.
Out there. I'll watch it. Man, I'll give his due. You know, I'm honest. I'll give his due if anything. But I'm sorry, man. Something about that dude is just no.
Yeah. If that statement is not just one of those political statements to not, stir the pot even more, and he actually does bring Ezra Miller back, well,
congratulations, you played yourself.
I can't support that.
Yo, yeah, but you know something? It's weird because in the terms of big business and Hollywood and money making, it's like sports.
Yeah.
If he's that good, it kind of doesn't matter what the fuck he does.
It does to me.
No, yes, it does to you. It does to you. But Deshaun Watson still got a boatload of money to fuck up the Cleveland Browns season.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
well, that's pretty much what a bad team does. They pay top dollar for a bad quarterback to make their team even worse.
Yeah, but now
like look at the WWE. They paid top dollar to be eliminated 3 weeks ago.
But now switch it to movie making business again. The only reason The Rock is out, and I'm not saying Henry Cavill, because Henry Cavill was probably never going to come back. But the only reason The Rock is out is because Black Adam lost money. Absolutely. Had Black Adam been a hit, we having a different conversation now.
Absolutely.
Well, Black Adam decided to come out 2-3 weeks before Wakanda Forever.
It's not even that. First of all, you were so arrogant about what was going to happen after that movie came out, before it came out. The hierarchy is going to change of power. I was like, okay, pretty bold. I'm with you. But then we saw it and go, well, that was mediocre.
I mean,
was that Dr. Fate movie?
You saw my opinion. You saw my opinion in the beginning. It was one of the best. Besides Wonder Woman 1, it was one of the best DC movies they had so far. Because it actually, fucking told a story and it did some shit. But I can rewatch that movie. I've seen that movie twice.
Yeah.
Batman, I saw 1.5 times.
Well, to be fair, the Batman is like 16 hours long, and Black Adam is like 1 minute and 30 seconds. So,
yeah, but
right.
I mean, if they would have pulled out a cup of milk on Black Adam, I'd have walked out.
I mean, Black Adam had very interesting characters. Dr. Fate and Dr. Fate.
Oh, you didn't like the Color Run?
Who?
Color Run.
Cyclone?
Yeah.
I don't know who that was, so I didn't care.
Yeah, you never seen the The trailer for the color run, where they throw the color powder at you while you're doing the 3K.
Yeah.
Hulk, man, I had him and Dr. Fate relationship. I was cool with.
Dude,
Yeah,
I've never seen a superhero try so hard to save the bad guys.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, my man, do you not see the occupation that's happening because of these guys?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you trying to save who, bro? Save the people, not that person. The people he's terrorizing.
The quick question: if Batman would have been talking to Black Adam, and Black Adam would have dropped Homeboy, you think Batman would have just looked at Black Adam like, "That don't impress me"? You whoop the shit, you kill somebody. Now talk to me. Like I feel like Batman would have been like, "You done? Now speak to a real nigga."
Nah, Batman would have had already somebody catching him on the end, but then again, I don't think Batman. I don't think Batman would have rolled in there without already having a plan to deal with the occupying force.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So first we get rid of them, then we deal with the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. That movie just. So I liked it. Got hype when I saw Henry Cavill, so I guess that's a good thing, even though that shit meant nothing in the long run.
Yeah.
But
not for nothing though. If The Rock really wanted to be a gangster or really wanted to do some shit, why not fucking make a movie with Henry Cavill? A buddy cop movie or a fucking Tango and Cash. Boom. We just solved the issue. Tango and Cash, The Rock and Henry Cavill. Let's go, baby.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Write that shit down. Write that shit down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tweet that shit. Bro, I need you to fucking retweet that shit. Because you know me, I got no reach.
Hold on. Don't tweet any of that. Henry Cavill just fired The Rock's whole agency that was representing him over this shit. I don't think they want to work together right now.
I don't give a shit. So let's do it even better now.
Yo, fuck that. Let Henry Cavill work on the Warhammer 40K movie. Let's get a good one of those out in the world, and then we'll worry about all that other shit later.
Oh. Henry Cavill no. Is that his?
Henry Cavill as a century. Same.
I gotta find out Henry Cavill's Twitter.
Henry Cavill?
You're gonna
Henry Cavill?
Don't tweet that to Henry Cavill, man.
Oh no, I'm tweeting it to him and The Rock.
The Rock will probably read it. Henry Cavill's knee deep in Warhammer right now. He ain't fucking around. That dude ain't fucking around. He's over here. I gotta make sure this script's successful. I can't pull a Dwayne.
Word.
Oh, is that too soon? I feel like that's too soon. So yeah, I mean, just listen, they're having they're trying to connection. I respect and I appreciate that. So happy they are. You know what I'm saying? So see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
What the fuck?
See this right here?
Mm-hmm.
It's a Warhammer, a Warlord Titan from Warhammer. Right? It's about like that big. $2,000 figure. Retail. Not like you're buying it from secondhand shit. Like if you want to buy that $2,000.
So my question is, can I send that to assassinate someone?
Yeah, say that again?
Can I send that to assassinate someone?
No.
Ah, shit. Well,
they actually
G's worth.
I think they're actually part of the fucking good guy squad.
Oh. Yeah, that works.
I'm gonna have the hashtag. I don't think he has a fucking.
I was wondering,
Twitter.
Cap, did you hear about the Dungeons and Dragons TV show they're trying to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
All I've heard, so there was a whole big thing for like the entire month of January with Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons and Dragons. We covered a little bit of it here, but that TV show is fucked.
Really?
There you go, yo, Pro. I need you to retweet it and tell your friends to tweet it because you know me. I don't got the followers for that.
Yeah.
So, so it looks like everybody is trying to get some kind of swords and sorcery thing going for themselves. Willow, the Lord of the Rings thing, the House of Dragons, Dungeons and Dragons. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dragons happening. But no series about the Last Dragon, but that's just something else another time, another place.
Right? Sounds ambitious.
I'm saying. And
Yo,
for
why don't you put that out?
And for some reason, no Thundar. The same.
Oh, Thunder the Barbarian.
I'm saying this Sword and Sorcery too. This is really weird, but I'm just saying.
Yo, you can go back to like Sword and Sandal. That's what Thundar is.
Yep. Yo, it's,
so
it's Conan the Barbarian meets Escape from New York.
Yeah. No, there's a big explosion because, dude, I'm telling you, when we sit down and we do our one shot, right, and you see how the game plays and what you can do in the world, you'll see just how fucking fun it is. Like, this isn't sitting down and playing Monopoly.
Yeah.
No, that's not fun. That gets violent. I've been there.
Yeah, but in this world, you want to get violent? You can. So here's something that happened when I ran my campaign. My players literally went up to a fucking building, tried to get the guy inside. They couldn't, so they went outside, threw gas or oil on the fucking front of the building, and set that bitch on fire, killing 3 people on the inside. Not the person they wanted, but 3 people on the inside. They're the fucking heroes. They were the fucking heroes, by the way, of the story.
Yeah, there it is. That's that. But yeah, I just noticed that everybody's trying to get some kind of show that is about that. You know what I mean? I got props to Disney because they got Willow. That's something that when you it's nostalgic, but also was a good movie. You know what I mean, for what it was. Certain things about the show I'm not a fan of. Me and Tove made it clear who it is.
Yo,
I don't think I have to elaborate on the person. Dude, you know, everybody else, for the most part, me doesn't bother me, but fuck her.
Dude, if it wasn't for Borman, I would not have continued with that show.
Yeah, it's funny. We actually gotta finish it, but yeah, man, it's everybody's trying to get a piece of that pot. It's just like the superhero shows everybody was trying to get. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. And props for Prime for getting The Boys because apparently it's the #1 superhero show of this past year.
Yo, speaking of which, props to fucking Critical Role, the show that I've been raving about.
Oh yeah,
they have Legends of Vox Machina, which is on Amazon Prime right now. Season 2 just dropped the first 6 episodes out of 12. Not only did they get picked up for season 3, but they just got picked up for a whole fucking universe where they're gonna make a new series about their second campaign, the Mighty Nine, the series I jumped into, and my favorite fucking characters from them. They got shit for movies, for other fucking spin-off shows. They can pretty much whatever cartoon they make, Amazon will fucking put it on right now.
Well, there you go. And you know, one thing Amazon has is money.
Yep, and if need be, they will email Cabs again to let him know that he's doing it wrong.
You know, he's not using it to the full capacity that he should be.
Yeah.
Us peasants don't get that email.
Yo, dude, you want to know how we could prove or why I made fun of him that one time? I had bought something last week or 2 weeks ago, right, on a Monday to get to me for a Friday. so I can go and play my Dungeons and Dragons shit. Matter of fact, we were thinking of making the switch. I went Pathfinder because of the whole fucking OGL thing. All right. This was supposed to get to me on Friday. Not only did it not get to me on Friday, it got to me on Saturday. Amazon Prime, 2-day shipping. They just took their money from me to continue the subscription. Bezos, what the fuck we doing, bro?
Word.
So I had ordered, I was telling Toe, speaking of the RPG thing, Marvel has one that is officially coming out in July or June or July, but the playtest rules are out. I ordered that because I know Cab said he wanted to do a campaign or something. We get to make our own superheroes in the world of Marvel with Cap and Doctor Doom and do all the stories like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little more well, I can't even say it's more complicated because you guys haven't played any system yet. So all systems are new. You only need 3 dice. You only need 3 D6s. 3 6-sided die. That's all you need to play it. And I bought that. Amazon told me that shit was coming tomorrow. Let's see when it actually fucking gets here.
Oh, you don't get emails, bro. We don't get emails. We have to wait. We're normal.
But you know what's fucking funny? I literally, because it's on I share an account, or I let Vin on my account. I literally show order, it processes, it ships, it gets to his house. Works perfectly fine for him. I get emails all the time about your order shipping. I'm like, what order? I didn't order nothing. Oh, it's going to show. All right.
Yo, holy shit, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Motherfucker won't show up here, but his packages show up all the time.
Of course. So speaking of now we're speaking of highly intelligent individuals. You know, I figured it's a perfect segue.
Yeah, right.
Perfectly. It's a genius, and it's a mad genius show is.
Word. All right, so I want to start off with this because I've been watching lists, and this guy said that the 2 smartest human characters in DC are Lex Luthor and Batman.
Mm.
And he said that Batman is smarter than Lex Luthor because Lex Luthor basically became a fucking Superman version of Lex Luthor. He had the powers and everything, and he still got outsmarted by the Batman who laughs, which is just basically an unhinged Batman with no moral compass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Batman is the most intelligent human in the DC universe.
That kind of doesn't make sense. Because Batman, our Bruce Wayne didn't outsmart Luthor. The other ones Bruce Wayne did. They're 2 separate entities in DC. Like, our Bruce Wayne doesn't just automatically grow up and become the Batman who laughs.
No, I know, but his definition of the Batman who laughs is he doesn't have those rules of not killing somebody and not, and having limits on himself. With the Batman who laughs is just unhinged. He'll kill you. He'll do this. So he figured out a way to fucking take Lex Luthor to the guy to take his powers away from him.
I'd have to watch the video to see how he presented that argument, but just your statement alone of Batman figured out a way to get Lex Luthor to be depowered kind of seems like, anybody that we're going to talk about today,
you probably do that.
You've probably done that shit too. had again, I didn't see the video, so I don't know the context of which he said it and what all transpired. But if it was a more direct outsmarting, which again, it could be, couldn't be. I don't know the video. Maybe we'll get that argument, but I'm personally going to disqualify that simply because, again, not our Batman. That's a
So
Batman.
who's the Batman who's left?
He's from a different fucking universe.
But who is he?
He's a Bruce Wayne.
Okay. I just wanted to... So moving on. Marvel is saying that Reed Richards is the smartest person in Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they technically they're saying his daughter is,
Yes.
but she's only been out for so long. So this guy saying that Reed Richards is the smartest man because he figured out a way to travel to the afterlife.
Yeah.
Unless that's an alternate version of Reed Richards, and we can't discount him too.
No, well, again, this is gonna be an unintentional argument starter.
I didn't know that we was one universe was allowed in this.
Well, you have the mainstay of the Luthers, because if you go with variants of anybody, some will be stupid, some will be dumb. Like you have a bunch of there's a Bizarro world where everybody's a Bizarro, so everybody's inherently not as bright. So that's the thing. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. It's just like this is the highest form of intelligence Bruce Wayne showed.
Yeah. My only conjecture is when you say this is the highest level of intelligence Bruce Wayne has shown, it's not the Bruce Wayne that we have read from 1940 all the way up until now. It's a different timeline. It's a different version of him. So that's my only thing.
It's a different version of Lex Luthor. He didn't trick the original Lex Luthor we fucking read to know.
All right, so like I said, I didn't know the whole context of it. The way it presented was the Batman who laughed tricked Lex Luthor, not a Lex Luthor. All right, but
so Reed Richards.
Well, y'all gonna have to take it from here because everything I know has been disqualified from this discussion.
Dude, there's one thing.
Just one thing, dude.
All right.
Reed Richard. I mean, the guy has no, like I've said it before. And I remember we had like a lengthy argument about it. The man has like no real connections to humanity or social cues. So he's all about his work. So when you're that obsessed with literally learning everything, you're going to be that person. You know what I mean? You got to remember, there's Tony Stark, right? A genius, but also a playboy. And also, he likes to have his fun. Reed will be stuck in the Baxter building for months on end without seeing a damn soul, even his wife. And that's what he does. So an obsession can make you the smartest man in the world. Also the most boring man in the world, but the smartest man in the world ever. You know what I mean? And that's what he is. That's who Reed Richards is. Reed Richards has no idea if you put him in a bar right now, Reed Richards wouldn't know what to do with himself. He'll probably start explaining some fucking equation. People are like, yo, I'm just here to drink, bro. But you put him in a science lab, in a university, he's at home. So that makes perfect sense for Reed Richards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
True. But then again, his son and his daughter are technically smarter than he is.
Absolutely. But once again, these are characters just introduced. It's like that the Moon Girl. She is technically the smartest person in Marvel right now. That's the argument. Is either Reed Richards' daughter or it's her. Yeah. So but these characters right now are literally just like fresh.
Oh, we would have to disqualify Richard's daughter because she's technically from a different fucking universe also. Because she was born, died, her brother brought her back to life, and then she went to another universe. So she was raised by Sue Storm and Dr. Doom, and then she came back, died, and then she became her soul went into the baby of Sue Storm that was born in this universe. So there's 4 different versions of her. So we can't count her.
Okay.
Because at the age of 3, that's when she surpassed Reed Richards in intelligence.
All right. Last thing I'm going to say about this weird non-argument thing.
No, it's like because that had nothing to do with what I was going to bring up with the discussion. And the first thing out your mouth is, I'm disqualifying this because it's a different variant of Batman.
He's literally an alternate counterpart to him.
And that had nothing to do with what I was trying to bring up. But the discussion was over there.
Dude, the discussion wasn't over. I literally said that I didn't see the video. I don't know the context.
And you literally said before that he had to be disqualified. He's not in this universe.
And I gave you why.
I am in my own accord. He didn't say from the argument.
So then you can no longer have a discussion if you're not going to accept the fact that he's intelligent. Or if he counts in the DC universe. We're talking about DC and Marvel, and he don't count because he's the DC.
All right. Okay. So one version of Batman is smart and trick another smarter version of Lex Luthor. Okay. So Reed Richards don't count because they're too new. Okay, we've established that.
Okay, so we have Luthor, Batman, Reed Richards. Who's next? Give me somebody else. Anybody.
Tread cord.
Let's not go back. Let's move forward, as any genius would do. Forward.
The Blue Beetle. The second Blue Beetle, Tread cord. He's a genius level intellect. He owns his own company. He makes his own tech. He was able to decipher the whole fucking almost everything you need to know about the Blue Scarab and the alien race and all that shit.
Yeah, sure. He was never able to make it work, but he discovered everything in it. So apparently he wasn't up to par for that thing to connect with him.
Nah, but
Mexican kid is. That's fucked up, ain't it? You work your whole life on a project and it goes, no, not you, but that guy over there. That's the guy.
Hey, the Super Soldier Serum only worked for one person.
This is true. It's true. Yeah. Same. So I personally am a huge fan of Mr. Terrific for one reason. He balances both. Kind of like Batman, but in an easier way. A decathlon athlete and a genius level intellect. So that's the best of both worlds. And you have to really appreciate that. You know what I mean? I've never been a fan of his name. I find it to be so stupid. But Mr. Terrific it is. You know what I mean? No problem. That's why at one point he took over as a tactical and strategic point for the Justice League. I mean, before it was Martian the Manhunter.
Yeah.
And then it became him. And that's not the easiest thing to do when Batman handpicked him. So we said if Batman is genius, if he's picking a genius to do it, has to be a genius. You know what I mean?
Did he help Batman create that eye too for the Watchtower? He created the red eye or some shit that could detect alien races from other galaxies or something like that. Alien threats in the Watchtower. He helped him and Batman made it.
Yeah. Because remember, his T-spheres analyze anything they're in front of. They can copy it, and also they can he can float on them and they change shape. So same technology, just inverted a little bit. So yeah, Terrific is definitely up there, top tier. And in Marvel's case, you have Dr. Doom, naturally. Dr. Doom is not only with technology, but also with sorcery. You know what I mean? He became the Sorcerer Supreme at one point. He did steal the Beyonder's powers. You know, I'm pretty sure that shit isn't easy. He ruled over Asgard. Once again, not everybody can do that shit. You know what I mean?
Stole the powers of a god in Battle World.
Absolutely. He also went into the afterlife to get his mother several times with Doctor Strange. So he's and like we said, he rules Latveria, not like everybody believes he does with Iron Fist, but Latveria flourishes is only second to Wakanda in technology. That's something. Because if it was only second to Wakanda technology, think about this: the Inhumans are third on that list of technology. It's Wakanda, Latveria, then the Inhumans, and that's an alien race. That's an incredible feat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a man, and I've said it before, is he really a villain the way he runs his country and he figured he could run the whole world that way, where it would function in a proper way? It's just because man has an ego. But wouldn't you have one too if you were that good at stuff? You were the social supreme at one point, bro. You stole God's power. And then you had the actual social supreme, your second hand, your right hand man. Yeah, I think I would feel I could do shit too.
Yeah. One of my favorite lines of his is like, I've had a taste of godhood and found it was beneath me.
Yep.
What?
That's Dr. Doom said that shit.
And then he went after that and became the best Iron Man for like a span of 2 weeks.
Yeah. So he just basically was saying is, I'm better than you with your own shit. Like whatever you have, I'm better with it. I'm better equipped to wield that power. Saying, and then there's also
The child.
Amadeus Cho.
Huh?
Amadeus Cho.
Amadeus Cho. I was gonna say Bruce Banner, but Amadeus Cho.
Yeah.
People always forget. They always remember the Hulk and forget how good Bruce Banner is.
Yeah.
The
only reason I would put Cho above Bruce is because when he was given the power of the Hulk, he was more able to control it and able to turn it into his fucking favor.
True.
And like only him and Jen were able to fucking completely be cool with switching in and out.
From what I heard about Amadeus Cho is that his brain processes things like a supercomputer, and some people are saying that he might be smarter than some celestial beings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You know what I'm saying? That's yeah.
But you know, Bruce Banner is also, from what I hear, he's smarter than Tony Stark because he has like a PhD in engineering, medicine, physics, fucking gamma radiation. Like he has multiple PhDs in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Where like Tony Stark has PhDs in mathematics and all that other stuff too. But it's like if he wanted to, no, he did. From what I understand, Bruce Banner developed technology that was just as strong as the Hulk to fight the Hulk if need be.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody would know it, it would be Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Bruce also he made the fucking arrow that Hawkeye used to kill him for that one time he was dead for like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. So I guess that's one thing I always remember, that people know the Hulk and they forget how smart Bruce Banner is. Like when he's not the Hulk, he could be just as dangerous if he wants to be. It's his call. You know what I mean? Yeah. The intelligence he has and his ability to apply it. That's a lot of things, because a lot of people are intelligent, but can you apply it and make it plausible? He can. You know what I'm saying? Very easily. Now on the DC side, of just pure experience of living, is Vandal Savage. He became intelligent because of the meteorite, but I mean, he's been alive for God knows how long. What hasn't he learned at this point?
He's probably forgotten more shit in the world.
Yeah. So Hank Pym and Adam, similar characters, but they both have different level of intelligence. And Hank Pym developed the Pym particles and went into the microverse, and the Adam went into the microverse also. But one thing I heard is that the Atom actually went into Superman's bloodstream and changed the molecular structure of it to turn it to kryptonite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is Ray Palmer, not the second iteration of because there's been 2 Atoms, 3 actually. See what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah. And it
good.
No, I'm saying it's weird because the level of intelligence that they have in the comic books, you can't really show in like the movies or in TV shows, because Ray Palmer in the TV shows kind of seems like an awkward genius that it's like he's the smart guy that we're gonna get you out of trouble this last second, but he's not sitting there thinking shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like I would think like Ray Palmer would be one of those geniuses like, oh, You actually have a fucking gamma radiated monster? I've been working on some shit that takes away gamma radiation energy. Yeah, let's try this. You know what I'm saying? Like in the comics, I feel like he just got shit thinking shit up. You know, like what in the movies, T'Challa was just the king. They didn't really show his intelligence, but he developed all the technology that they had in fucking Wakanda in the comics. And, you know, it's like he's just as smart as Siri was, or smarter than her. He developed the shadow. I forgot what it is. Shadow physics, where he combined physics and alchemy together and all that other shit. Like he developed his own technique to study physics or some shit. Like T'Challa is fucking extremely intelligent, also.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the problem is for moving pictures, smarts doesn't make for good action scenes.
It's true. You can appreciate something. You can appreciate the intelligence more on the page than you can on the screen.
Because to be honest, we all would have sat in the movie theater, watched Ray Palmer recombine this dude's DNA to make kryptonite, and we all would have went, "What the fuck are we watching?" But if you read it in a clearly fantastical setting, that's one thing.
Yeah, that's really when it's appreciated, you know. But I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? I get it. You know, I mean, and it's just, and another thing that I never understood is every genius besides like Tony Stark is awkward. Why?
Yeah,
well, it's
you have every reason to be more confident than any. Was it that this dude said it before? Don't ever apologize for being the smartest person in the room. No, celebrate it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you know what it is? It's
like the doctor
Reed
shit.
Richards shit.
Huh?
It's the Reed Richards shit. They spend so much time in the one area studying their expertise that they forget about the world around them and how to interact with that.
Social intercourse. It's like most doctors. They don't have the best bedside manner, or, you know, they don't know how to, you know. Some of them do, but some of them are just out of this world.
Yeah. It's funny. I had a name and it just escaped.
Yeah, I got a name here. Ozymandias from The Watcher.
Yes.
From Watchmen.
Oh, that's the guy who bombed.
Yeah.
New York and everything else.
That's the dude who you're gonna sit here and explain your plan. Oh yeah, because I did that shit 35 minutes ago. You thought I was just gonna sit here and bullshit? Nah, that shit's already done.
Yep.
So he has, from what I understand, not a photographic memory, but he remembers every encounter and everything like perfectly.
Yeah, his ability to store memories and act and memory recall is fucking ridiculous.
A lot of people that are geniuses have like that, like fucking photographic memory and shit. Because I think, doesn't T'Challa have photographic memory, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, but
I believe so, yeah.
I think that's just the writers trying to be like,
he has so much shit.
Yeah, it's easier to just say he can remember whatever the fuck, he can recall everything instantly. Because I tell you right now, if we go to real geniuses like Einstein, who had a great memory, I don't think he's beating the memory champion in the fucking competition. Like,
yeah, but all right. So originally, I wanted to compare Batman, Lex Luthor, Reed Richards, and Dr. Doom, because those are the top two from each that are the smartest. But I wanted to know which one you think would be the smartest out of all of them. And one of the things that they were saying for Reed Richards is that he's able to expand his mind the same way he can stretch his body. So he can have an infinite amount of knowledge in him.
the one thing I think of is knowledge is useless on its own.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know if you don't know how to implement it, it doesn't matter what the fuck you know. Dr. Doom has been proven time and time again that he can implement almost anything and everything he fucking learns. Where Reed Richards has been proven to have shortcomings. Lex Luthor has shortcomings. Batman has that fucking stupid ass rule. If you give him 60 seconds to think about it, he can beat anybody, which is fucking dumb. But so you'd have to go Batman versus
Doctor Doom,
and then have to give the win to Batman. Because if he can prepare, then he must, like, that's the rule they set for him.
Yeah. I mean, I would go with Doctor Doom because Doctor Doom is essentially Reed Richards with everything that Reed Richards lacks. The humanity, the social cues, everything Reed Richards doesn't have, Doctor Doom has in spades. You know what I mean? So intelligence straight up, yeah, but that what Reed Richards lacks is sometimes his biggest flaw.
Yeah.
That human connection is a lot of times how he fails because he forgets I'm doing this for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you run a country, your reason is literally outside what you see every day. I think that's my opinion of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would also, on a personal, I'd have to go with Doctor Doom because, prepare or not, Batman can't know everything, and there's some shit that Doctor Doom does and combines that Batman just has not seen.
Yeah.
Nobody in DC does what the fuck Doctor Doom does.
Yeah, he combined technology, sorcery, and literally godlike powers all at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think that there's an equivalent to Doctor Doom in DC.
No.
Well, besides the power, wouldn't Lex Luthor kind of no, because he's not running the country, but
not running the country. The way Doctor Doom operates, there's nobody who can. I mean, there are people. Let's put it this way: there's characters who can, given the opportunity, run a country, do all that shit that Doom does. There's nobody who can sustain that level and do it for as long as Doom has, and do it with the veracity. Like Vandal Savage might have learned a way to run a country efficient and perfectly, but he wouldn't care after a certain while.
Mm-hmm.
The enticement of war and all that shit would fucking overcome him. Lex Luthor is too obsessed with Superman. He'd do it for a little bit and then hear what Superman did, and then that'll screw his whole shit up.
It's true. Being a simple balance of intelligence and everything else, yeah, probably do. No problem.
So,
you know what I mean?
Who's the was it Dick Grayson, or who's the Robin that they said that surpassed Bruce Wayne?
Tim Drake as detective.
Tim Drake, because
Batman himself said you're going to be a better detective than me.
But he's not going to be more intelligent than Batman.
No, so that's a different type of intelligence. Mm-hmm. The investigative mind is different than the ability to understand like quantum computers or
the ability to deduce and do things like that. Yeah, absolutely, completely different. I mean, it's still intelligence. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? That's why Sherlock Holmes is so goddamn popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. You're still having a lot of knowledge of everyday things to be able to figure stuff out. But when it comes to quantum physics, he might be a problem for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Where like the difference between him and Bruce is, you put Tim Drake in a murder mystery, Tim Drake can solve that murder mystery probably faster than Bruce can. But you put Bruce in that murder mystery, he studied, he studied coagulation patterns in blood. He studied all the shit surrounding it, so that if he runs into a particular thing, he has at least some knowledge of what that could be that would lead him to the next thing. Where Tim Drake would be like, all right, the blood splatter comes in this direction and has this pattern. He was shot over there at this angle. Where Bruce would look and be like, coagulated this is the time, he'll go a little more in depth.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So, all right.
I literally got like an entire list of fucking like people. It's just-
All right, so all right, before you get your list,
no,
not
I'm
one of
just
these
looking
lists.
up.
Well, not one of these lists that I've seen of the most smartest characters has Franklin Richards on it. So, why do you think that is, and how smart is he?
So I think, I mean, you guys can go. I think it's because his sister is technically smarter than he is, and he really just like he just makes his own pocket universes, and he's
Yeah.
not like he's not quantifiably smart like Reed or his sister. He just has the ability to do things that nobody else can.
Yeah, his power set would make you think he is extremely intelligent. I'm not saying he is, but it's his power set. And to make a pocket universe is power. Now, to make a machine that makes a pocket universe, that's intelligence. There is a
Yeah.
difference. You know what I'm saying? You're understanding space, time, light, and everything. You know, but when you just make it, you just think about it, you make it. You know, that's not necessarily intelligence. That's literally a given power between your birth parents. You know, meanwhile, our sister knows shit. That's pretty much it. He doesn't really know shit. She knows shit. You know what I mean? And that's the difference between I would say. I want to give an example here that's not offensive, but doesn't matter. The difference between Hawkeye, all right, and let's say what's this dude's name? How did
Green
I forget
Arrow?
his name? He was just
Bullseye?
in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Zemo. The difference between Zemo and him. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hawkeye is probably strategically shooting those angles to shoot an arrow or whatever, but he doesn't have the intelligence of Zemo. Zemo's strategic, well educated, well funded. So hence he's gonna be smarter than Hawkeye by leaps and bounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a difference what I'm talking about. Very talented, very skilled, probably knows more than most people. Then here's another guy that's extremely educated, understands, classically trained in most things. That guy's going to win that battle 9 out of 10 times.
So,
and that's the same thing with them too.
Yeah. Another way to look at it.
Franklin Richards' natural talents, a pocket dimension, all this other shit. And his sister is extremely intelligent because, I mean, she got that at the stick and she studies.
Yeah. Another way to think of it is like Reed, Richards, his son. Like anybody here know what the speed of light is? No, right? I don't even know what that shit is. He knows what the speed of light is, and he can use that knowledge to manipulate and make his shit with that physic in there, with the way that works, that function. His sister can calculate the speed of light.
Okay.
Which is the difference between I know this and I can manipulate it, and oh, I know how to get there.
I understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah. So there's always that. There's always that. Like, look, Ironheart, right? Another new person that's extremely intelligent, making an iron suit out of like scraps from Tony stuff, and even the AI and all that. So not easy to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it got done.
That's a perfect example where anybody can look at Iron Man's suit and go, okay, I need to make a thruster.
Mm-hmm.
I need to make a rocket boot. I need to make some sort of power cell. I need to make an outer shell, a helmet, and know the components. She literally saw it and reverse engineered and went, that's how he made his boot. That's how he made this. That's how, like that's the overall difference. Is knowing, oh, this is what I have to do, and then knowing, all right, this is how I'm gonna do it.
Yep.
Because like you were saying with boxing, like anybody anybody could turn around and see. All right, to be a good boxer, hands up, this jab, hook, combinations. Wait for him to open. But you were saying Bernard Hopkins or Roy Jones was saying if you twist your shoulder, twist your shoulder, do other move.
Yeah, if your foot is inside his foot, it's a longer distance between his punch and
if you're able to dip in, getting tighter, you're able to uppercut tighter. Yeah, it's you can a perfect example, right? There's people that have amazing muscle memory, right? They can do a move and do it over the same way again and again, and it looks flawless. But if you don't understand why you're doing it and how you're doing it, it's pretty much pointless. You know what I mean? If you don't understand the angle and exactly how much of an impact you're going to land or how much force it is, I mean, your muscle memory all day is good, but somebody that knows what they're doing, knows how to avoid it, and pretty much going to counter it. Same thing. I know how to do that, and I know somebody that has amazing muscle memory. But that muscle memory, I am aware of that, and I know how to counter it all day. So pretty much that's Franklin Richards, and that's his sister. Which I don't know her. What's her name?
Valerie.
Valerie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it's common. I know they call her Val for short, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying. I said, and that's the same thing with most of the people. Like, perfect example. That's a difference between, I would say, in a way, Reed Richards and Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom knows it all, and Reed Richards, his thing is muscle memory. He's extremely intelligent. He understands it, but sometimes you don't understand. His thing is not to apply it in a realistic way. How do I say that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of it is theory. A lot of science is theory. Oh, we feel this is possible, but in order to apply it, it's a whole different level of shit.
Yeah.
It's what I'm understanding of science.
No, I hear you. There's they also mentioned the guy that made the Red Tornado and the Red Inferno and the red other guy.
And the guy that made Amazer.
Are they the same person?
Yeah.
I believe Dr. Ivo.
Yeah, I think they forced him to make that last one.
Yeah. And like he made the Red Tornado to infiltrate the Justice League, and he made it with artificial intelligence that was so strong that he realized that the Justice League were doing good things, and he decided, I'm not going to destroy the Justice League. And then he turns like he developed a AI that was so strong that it just fucking turned on him. It was like, no, bro, you want me to kill these people, but they're not the bad guys.
Yo, it's funny because the Red Tornado is DC's vision.
Yeah.
And it's funny to think that, he made artificial intelligence so smart that he was able to discern these guys are good. I'm not going to do what you say. When if you really think about it, that's overall general intelligence. Any being with any intelligence can see, oh, no, these aren't the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once you have a fundamental understanding of what good and bad is, you're like, oh, nope, somebody lied to me. Which is why I always find it funny when they're like, they made an AI so smart that it does exactly what we do.
Agreed.
Man,
I forgot. There was somebody else that I wanted to name, but I completely forgot about it. Yeah.
Are we counting Brainiac, being that he's just a fucking computer?
I mean, we can.
I mean, I wouldn't count him. I'm saying because that's kind of
cheating. If he just has a hard drive that he can access, like that's not.
Well, yeah, because then you would have to go into like the gods and all the other people that are.
Yeah, and that's where you get out of hand with that kind of shit.
Dude, you got the high evolutionary.
Well, yeah, you could, because he literally, like, he improved himself. That's literally what he did. He literally, and Kang too. Kang is a human at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Kang is human as it get, but I'm saying, I mean, he went into the future and the past, and he understood the technology. And
Kang is like, he's like Vandal Savage, and that his his knowledge base is not from studying and learning and all that. It's just an acquired over time. All right, I know this, I've seen this, but it's not from like I've dedicated my life to studying this.
Well, I mean, technically, he's dedicated his life to conquering, all puns intended, civilizations. You know what I mean? So after a while, you have to learn how to do that, how to dismantle civilization, and how to rebuild in your own image. That's
True.
still some kind of intelligence, in all honesty.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying he's stupid,
Oh,
but
no,
they
I get it.
don't teach that course at Brinkley. You know what I mean? Like, you can't show up. You can't show up to Harvard. And
How do you dismantle a civilization?
Yeah.
You don't have that course here?
No.
Right,
We don't have CIA Tactics 101.
Yeah, right. They go to MIT, they're gonna go, we don't have that course here, sir. Pretty limited to me. Just walks. Course seem limited.
What's going on, Kenny?
You're not gonna help a dictator out here? Tyrant? Yeah.
Yo, what kind of intelligence are we talking about? Because Nick Fury's on this list.
Well,
that I'm looking at
the espionage, the tactics. He also has some manipulation. He manipulates people.
I think that's emotional intelligence, right?
That is emotional intelligence. Yeah, I'm saying.
Are we adding that to the list?
I mean, I would.
Yeah. I mean,
it's sometimes it's not easy to get people with a lot of pride to do things they don't want to do, or some people that just don't give a shit, and somehow he finds a way to do it. There's very few people that say no to Nick Fury. You know what I'm saying? Very few. I mean, if you get to the point where Tony Stark is answering to him, that's crazy. Because Tony Stark's ego won't allow him to answer to anybody other than himself in the third person.
Word. Now, so how intelligent is Superman compared to the people we just mentioned?
So, from everything I know, Superman is a hair back of Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
like I forget what animation that was from or what comic book run it's from, but there was one where Superman spent months trying to figure out the cure for cancer, and then he finally did it, and
He froze. His PC's probably overheating or some shit.
Yeah.
So
like he's extremely intelligent, but not terrific, not Batman, not anybody like that. You know what I mean? But he is intelligent.
Are you back?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. There you go.
Yo, it's like 85 degrees in my room. So my laptop is like super hot right now.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
Yeah. As you were saying, Kip, I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, he froze again. You might have to come in my room or some shit.
John Constantine is also pretty intelligent, considering all the spells and everything he knows, all languages he knows. I mean, learning Latin and demon language can't be easy. I'm sorry.
Funny enough, he's on that list.
Yeah. People forget all the smoking, all the drinking, and everything he nails that is anything. Still, extremely intelligent. Yeah. And they say when someone curses a lot, that shows a higher level of intelligence. So Constantine, fucking genius, apparently.
It's funny. I spent 4 years looking at a poster that says foul language is not leadership.
So somebody done told that person that posting wrong.
Or that poster don't know shit.
That's probably the perfect way to put it.
It's funny that you say people who curse a lot are intelligent, and yet we look at our leaders who are not supposed to curse and like, this motherfucker's an idiot.
I call him an idiot because I wouldn't make that dumbass choice.
Word.
Put a little thought into it. So yeah, that's where the world needs a Dr. Doom. You know, Xavier Magneto on that list because he probably should be.
Not Magneto, but Xavier was.
I think Magneto gets undersold for his intelligence. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mr. Sinister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Mr. Sinister. Yes.
What were you watching before I got in the car?
That list of the 10 most 10 of the smartest people in Marvel, where Mr. Sinister was actually he was so smart that Apocalypse actually fucking asked him to help him with shit because he developed he was able to see the mutant gene and to read the progression of the mutation which mutants have. So he was able to predict how far into the future the mutation would develop and all the other shit. And I think he also he predicted the disease, that Legends disease or whatever that the mutants had. That what was it? Hank McCoy and the scientists that helped out Professor X, where they developed the cure for that disease. Was it the legacy disease or legend disease?
I think it's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because Hank McCoy is on that list also.
Yeah. Well, Sinister has been doing genetic works for years. Actually, we really don't know how old he is because then he eventually mutated, but he's been doing gene works on mutants for ages. So his understanding of it has to be next level. You know what I mean? He's manipulating mutant genes for years. So it makes sense that he would know how to reverse something or see the evolution of it, the natural progression of it. It makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? I mean, he's the reason we have cable.
Oh, because he cloned Gene, right?
Absolutely correct. Without him, we have the cool father, cool son, the douchebag father, and the douchebag, cool grandfather, correction.
Yeah.
And then the loser father.
Yeah. I was this close to like, oh my God, he actually called Cyclops.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about it. Whoa. I did the order wrong.
Well, I always forget her name. What, Madeline Pryor?
Yeah, Madeline Pryor. Yeah. And I think we're talking about Norman McTaggart, the scientist. I think it's McTaggart. Because I know at one point she had a relationship with Charles, and she was the one that still helped him with the project.
Yeah. Dude,
it was
Moira,
really
Moira?
Scottish.
Yeah, Moira McTaggart.
There you go.
Yeah.
Really Scottish. I was about to say that.
It turned out to be not a real person.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a Sinister clone or somebody fucking cloned her.
Yeah.
So,
because she turned out to have powers and all this other shit.
There's also Legion, which is Professor Xavier's son. Even though he has multiple personalities, a couple of them are geniuses as well. And Legion's a powerful mutant in his own right too. But then they don't mention him a lot because they consider him kind of Elseworld, but he's really not. You know what I mean? But
he's like Wolverine's kids. Like there's two or three of them that are real, and then all the other ones come from offshoots that nobody really.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because Laura Kinney is X-23, but there's another female clone of Wolverine that's technically her sister, who's even better at being Wolverine than she is.
Shit.
But she sold them fucking. Like, she took over the mantle of Wolverine, and then X-23 took over a different name. They're getting a little crazy with all the fucking... with everybody wearing the same shit now.
Yeah, the other one I can't stand is Deacon. Is that his name? Deacon?
Deacon.
Yeah, I can't stand it. Okay. I was reading one comic with him, and I was like, he might be just as annoying as Damian. I'm saying, but Damian Wayne, that's Batman's son. Yeah. I'm like, I'm just saying Damian, like everybody would know that. I'm watching this, I hope they would.
Yeah, right.
I was like, wait, they should know. There's Forge. Forgot all about Forge. Forge is a low-key, very intelligent individual. Mechanics mostly, technology. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, his mutant power actually is kind of a cheat because mutant powers, can relate technology. So you can pretty much read it. So, yeah. But still, you got to know some kind of technology to do that.
Word. You also you got Blue Marvel.
Yes, Blue Marvel. Yes.
Antimatter.
Antimatter. Antimatter in the negative zone. He would definitely the top tier, the big dog in that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be good to see him in the screen one day.
If we're gonna get Hyperion and the Sentry, he's strong enough to fight him. So,
true.
I mean,
there you go. Gabby is the other daughter of Wolverine. Her name is Scout now.
Is she the one that has the claw come out her foot? Or is that X-23?
That's
X-23. I know. I don't know. I just looked up the name real quick. I didn't see where she has claws coming out of.
Yeah.
Probably her nose or some shit.
I'm like, what? I'm thinking about it. I'm picturing it right away. Like, how effective is that?
She'll peck you to death.
Yo, shit, Dakin can't grab anything once his claws come out.
Yo, yeah, that's
here and one coming.
Weird, yeah, because one comes out. I'm looking like I know Wolverine as a super villain. I go, you ain't him. Why? That stupid claw right there. What the hell is that? How do you wipe your ass with that? I'm asking for a friend. Friend asked me to ask you. Yeah.
He just looks at you like slowly. Very slowly.
He goes, and I don't think about it. You don't think about wiping your ass? Everybody.
He is technically Japanese, so he'd be like bidet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What? You don't know how to use the 3 seashells?
Oh my god, it was funny. I was watching the guys. You ever seen this on YouTube, Joe Blow guys? And
I've heard of them, but I've never seen them.
They revisit stuff like that, and it's funny because you forget how good a movie is, and they remind you because of the way you watched it. They watch it the exact same way, and they were making fun of that. Like, they said no one in that future knows how it works because no one gives them a straight answer.
Dude, I was just about to say the what the fuck is it? The Honest Trailer?
Yep.
Yeah.
They also at the end of it, they were like, "Yo, I don't think anybody knows how it works," and they go to every time he asks, all they do is just laugh at him.
Yeah.
It's like that's not what you do if you knew how it worked.
Exactly. It was like, yo, he has yet to get an answer. You know what I'm saying? But it's yeah. Somebody else. Like I had a list, and my phone died, so I don't. I start writing shit down like a human being. Let's see.
Yo, I heard that Reed Richards, Hank Pym, and Tony Stark was able to clone Thor from a single strand of hair.
Yeah, and then that Thor went fucking berserk.
Yeah, he's the
and
one.
They had to find a way to kill him, and they needed Thor Odinson.
Yeah.
To actually come back, they needed to find a way to get Thor Odinson back to stop this fucking guy.
Yeah, he's the one that killed Ben Foster in Civil War. Yeah, Ben Foster, which, people know he's a giant man and everything like that. But yeah, he's the one that wound up killing him. That robot or the clone wound up killing him. And they were like, well, this is out of hand now.
Shit.
It was great to clone him. Like, remember, Hank Pym came up with the Ultron and see how that worked out.
Yeah, Hank Pym can't make people no more. He can't make shit that thinks.
Oh, you took 3 people and cloned a god, but forgot about, I guess souls are real? Because there's something inherent within Thor Odinson that was lacking clearly in the clone.
Mm-hmm.
Then you also just set an example. You took a dude with anger issues, domestic abuse history, drinking problems, and told him to go make a bot. And he put himself in there. Like of course,
I think you need to put Cap's personality in that robot. We don't need yours. Yo, if you're gonna put yours, just put John Walker, man, and call it a day. We all can all leave. Put Bucky in there. Midwinter Soldier. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't pick the most honorable man you've ever met in your life. Pick your scumbag ass. Make no damn sense. Yeah. The guy actually that's Night Thrasher is also a genius, but he's street level, so you don't hear a lot about him. Yeah, I'm saying, and Nighthawk as well, and Nighthawk as well.
No, Night Thrasher is Marvel.
Yeah, Night Thrasher is Marvel. He's pretty much same story as Batman. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much like tip for tat.
Yeah, except I don't think he's rich though, right?
No. He went to school. I think he developed some kind of technology that got him money, but it didn't make him filthy rich. It's like it supports his technology. That's all it does. It's kind of like the way Matt inherited a certain amount of money from his father from that fight. Kind of like that kind of deal. You know, Matt Murdock for anybody, Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Matt Awesome. Yo, so one of the things that I saw from the Blue Marvel to measure his intelligence is that he convinced Galactus that his purpose was not to eat worlds, it was to give life, and it turned Galactus into the life giver instead of for the eater of worlds. Once
again, persuasion and manipulation is a gift. It's an emotional intelligence. That's something you can do. Squirrel Girl did the same thing to Galactus. She just spoke to him. I'm not saying she's a genius, but she figured it out.
Yeah.
I'm saying, Silver Surfer too. Before he became Silver Surfer in his world, he was a scientist, which people forget.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a fun fact to that. Jack Kirby gave him a surfboard because he was tired of drawing spaceships. I remember my boy said, he goes, yo, once again, laziness wins out. He was like, yo, I'm not going to draw another goddamn spaceship. You get a surfboard. He's good.
Yo, you know what's weird? Or not weird, but what's funny is the only time you ever see a surfboard in real life is if somebody's at the beach surfing. But then you look at the Silver Surfer and the way they depict him riding it and using it, it makes so much sense that you never question why he has a surfboard. Because he's not using it like he's trying to surf a fucking wave.
No.
In fucking Hawaii. Like,
he hits right angles hard. You've seen that before? Like him, I'm like, that doesn't work on a surf on the water, bro. Can't hit
he's
a right
using
angle.
more like a jet.
Yeah.
Like a jet liner. He gets low, gets into the turn, banks into it.
Like unlike the thing in the first Avengers, he banks really good. They can't bank with them, but he can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's it's funny, like if we talk about fastest on any kind of vehicles, he's one of the fastest you'll see because it's cosmic power. You know what I'm saying? He be out. You know what I mean? But him too, he was a scientist before he became the Silver Surfer. Rocket too. Rocket should get love because you can make a bomb out of like some MacGyver level shit.
Yeah.
Scraps, don't worry, I'll get some shit that can blow up a moon. What? I want to blow up the moon? What are you talking about, bro?
And I need his eye.
He said, no, I didn't need his leg, but thanks for bringing it anyway, stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
That's when Gamora said, I'm going to die with the dumbest people on. I was like, if I were Rocket, I'd be like, excuse me? Who's flying this shit right now? You ain't.
with fucking drones.
Yeah, I'm who's flying this right now?
He flew an office with drones.
Yeah, I'd be like, Groot, get rid of her.
Word.
Toss out the window.
So, I find it funny they never call him a raccoon.
Yeah.
The closest was somebody called him a trash panda, but that was it.
Yeah.
Even Thor must know what the fuck a raccoon is by now. And he's like, the rabbit. It's like, does that look like a rabbit to you, bro?
You want some weird rabbits in Asgard. Loki has to be intelligent too, then I come think about it.
Yeah.
But I think Loki's more cunning than intelligent.
Well, I can see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Oh, shit. Hugo Strange. Completely forgot about Hugo Strange.
That motherfucking mad scientist all day.
Yeah, absolutely, Hugo Strange.
Yo,
Mr. Freeze as well. Cryogenics, probably not the easiest thing to learn and master. I'm pretty sure that's not easy. And then the Joker's actually a genius himself. Chemicals, explosives. You know, the human anatomy, how to cut it, how to dissect it. Remember, he skinned a human being that was still alive and left him alive, skinned. That cannot be easy, and there has to be some kind of intelligence to do that.
Yeah, and he's a master manipulator too. He got a well, basically a fucking psychologist, a therapist to fucking be mad in love with him.
Speaking of which, Harley Quinn herself is genius level intellect.
Absolutely, yeah. People forget Harley Quinn is extremely intelligent. Forget that.
All right, Harleen Quinzel.
Harleen Quinzel, correct.
Barbara Gordon.
Of course. The Oracle, naturally. You know what I'm saying? The human computer. Red Skull himself, scientist, leader, manipulator. You know what I mean? You can name it. Go down that list of things you can do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they're there. A lot of, you get the regular people on the list that we already mentioned, the Batman is a Reed Richards, the Lex Luthor's all variants of him, except the Bizarro one. You know what I mean? Yeah, but there's a lot of geniuses that aren't really spoken as geniuses. Just like, you kind of know stuff.
Yeah.
I'm saying it depends on the subject matter. I'm pretty sure Tony Stark doesn't know shit about fighting, but Cap does.
Yeah, if you want battle tactics and on-field shit, like that's got to be so. Cap's brain actually thinks faster than regular humans.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, just because he can think faster doesn't make him more susceptible to learning what a quantum tunnel is or fucking the Deutsch proposition or whatever the fuck else Tony said.
Yeah.
But then you think about the Flash that could think
I was just about
anybody else, and is also he's also a crime lab technician and a scientist as well. Yeah. And then Neil Bothon, who is, same thing, scientist, psycho, but also a genius. So that can't be taken away from him. You know what I mean?
Yo, I've always found it funny just how many fucking people in the Flash family have gotten hit by lightning with those motherfucking chemicals, bro.
Yeah.
Because Barry Allen, Wally West got his shit that way. Eobon Thawne got his shit that way. Then Barry Allen had to do it again in Flashpoint.
Yep. Absolutely. I figure that's a really common theme for some shit it's just supposed to happen twice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Very common theme.
That is funny. Lightning never strikes twice in the same place, but apparently 3 times in the same way.
Apparently if you're an Allen, you're meant to have it. You know what I'm saying?
Then I always found it funny how hard water gave the first Flash his power. It's like, what the fuck does hard water and speed have to do with anything?
I don't know. That's some science. I don't kind of simplify that shit, or it just don't make no damn sense.
Because the faster you run on water, the harder it is.
That's only true if you make what the fuck is it called? There's a specific name for that type of shit where it's a fluid, but the minute you put any pressure on it, it becomes a solid.
Okay. I forget the name myself. Yeah.
It starts with an O. I'm gonna have to look it up because like the MythBusters actually did that test where they actually made it, and it kind of looks like liquid, and then once you step on it, it turns into like Jello, and you can run across the.
See, Dick Grayson is pretty intelligent. You know what I'm saying? He has a better balance than most. Where other people lack, he's like the most well balanced out of all the Robins.
Yeah.
He's a better hacker than the other ones are, except for Oracle. You know what I'm saying? But between all the Robins, he's probably the better hacker out of all of them.
How intelligent is Peter Parker?
Oh, he's another genius.
Yeah, he is. He made the web shooters, bro.
Yeah.
That cannot be
In
easy.
a cave with scraps.
Yep. I'm saying that can't be easy. And then in the real multiverse of madness, Doctor Strange, he figured out math, geometry. Goes, this is geometry. I know this shit. And he got him stuck there. That can't be easy. To a world of magic that you don't understand, all of a sudden you find out it's just math. You figure it out on some, you know what I'm saying? Fucking genius shit right there, man.
Hey, Thor said it best. We call it magic, you call it science.
Yeah.
And science is a derivative of math. Math can explain everything.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense.
Yeah.
The lizard. Oh shit, Doc Ock. I completely forgot about Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The man literally took out his pretty much his spirit and his consciousness and put it in Peter. I gotta be some kind of intelligence, man.
Yeah. Doc Connors is one. That's the lizard.
Yeah, absolutely.
He figured out a way to re-engineer and recombine lizard DNA with his own in order to regrow limbs.
Sometimes.
But like as always, they took it a step too far and a little too literal.
It was
Osborn.
In a way, it was successful. Yeah,
Yeah.
Norman Osborn. Absolutely correct. Yeah. I'm pretty sure making that glider wasn't simple.
Yeah.
Dude, I just looked up the Mythbusters video about running on water, and they do everything, tell you how to make it, what it's doing, but they never say that fucking name.
They said, listen, we got everything for you. But go fuck yourself. That's what they do right there. Yeah. There's somebody else that I had in mind, I guess. Shit. And he's from DC. He's from Marvel too. Funny the question. Absolutely, the question. I forgot all about the question. I was about to literally do this without saying the question, which is bullshit. Because when Batman turns to you to find answers, you're pretty good at something.
Words.
You know what I'm saying?
Would we consider MODOK?
He was human at one point.
Yeah, but I don't think MODOK is that intelligent. I think he's just got the power to manipulate technology.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I can. That's a valid argument for that one.
What about
you can pretty much say all of AIM because they're all scientists.
Yeah, but truth be told, AIM is like the dumbest fucking group of villain and henchmen.
Hey man, but it's still an organization of scientists. I'm not saying they're the best. I'm telling you this much: you got to pick between me and them to answer a science question. Pick them. I'll tell you right away.
I'll probably pick you.
Funny. Speaking of biology, for some reason I got stuck on.
I think we named pretty much every single person.
For the most part. Yeah. Definitely. But at the end of the day, I appreciate the intelligence shown in comics because it's detailed. And nowadays, especially now, there's a lot more facts behind it. It's not somebody just making up fucking words again cute. They're like, no, this is applicable science. Like you can literally go to a scientist and go, no, that's accurate. That's correct. That's correct. Like crazy fun story. So Neil deGrasse said this story about Seth MacFarlane. He said, listen, in 1985, over Massachusetts, what was the star alignment like for Ted? Right? And he told them, and they showed it in the stars, and he got it right. In order to make the wish and for the kid to get Ted to work, to come to life, said they got it right, but the sky in Titanic was wrong.
Yeah.
So think about that shit. Titanic is supposed to be this kind of semi-accurate depiction of what happened, Meanwhile, Seth MacFarlane goes, listen, for this stupid movie about a pot-smoking teddy bear that's not real, I want you to tell me what the sky was looking like over Massachusetts in 1985. Tell me there was a shooting star somewhere. That's the level of fucking detail. Think about that shit. James Cameron could have gone to Neil deGrasse, but Seth MacFarlane did. Fucking weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yo, and I don't. This is the one and only time I'm ever going to defend James Cameron. But in his defense, he made a movie about a boat that hit an iceberg and was sinking. I doubt anybody on that boat at that time gave a fuck what the sky looked like.
Oh, no, they all did, because that's the last thing they saw.
That's true.
Especially when they said, everybody's like, hey, and then freeze. By the way, they both could have fit on that fucking board. That's bullshit.
Yo, definitively. The director and I think like the props manager or somebody who worked on the film definitively came out and said he wasn't going to fit on the fucking raft. Shut the fuck up about it. He died. Let's get over it.
He fits on it. Give me a scientist to tell me that. A survival specialist. When Bear Grylls tells me that he wouldn't have fit on that, it wouldn't have survived, I'm buying it. James Cameron and the props guy can eat the. That's like the jackass that kept saying, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Go fuck yourself.
Word.
And that jackass is Bruce Willis. Just throwing it out there. Meanwhile, the director was like, it's definitely a Christmas movie. I directed the fucking thing. I know. Like Shane Black said, Lethal Weapon is also a Christmas movie. I wrote the fucking thing. Trust me.
Dude,
yeah.
There's only one movie that Shane Black has done that's not a Christmas movie. It's Predator.
Predators, yeah. Kiss Kiss Bang is also a Christmas movie.
Yeah, he always sends his shit around Christmas.
Little bit of an obsession he has there, but I get it.
Yo, Shane Black did Iron Man 3.
Yep.
Christmas.
Personally, I can do without that one. I call that the Dark Knight Rises of Iron Man. I mean, yo, honestly, just like we said it before, Iron Man movies got progressively worse. Thor's got progressively worse. They had a spike up and then they said no. But the Captain America movies always go.
You know why? Because it's easy to write. He's a soldier and you can give him something to fight against.
Absolutely.
You can't give a billionaire, playboy, movie theater owner, philanthropist.
I like the fact that you added one, like he needed it.
But you know what it is though. It's like, how do you combat Captain America? You go after his morals and what he stands for, and he just shows that he can't be broken, and you know that it's inspirational. How do you do that with Tony Stark?
Easily, you go after his weakness, his ego, his alcoholism. You know what I'm saying? Have him reel back from that. Pretty much what Robert Downey Jr. went through in life. He just put it on screen. That's why he's a perfect Iron Man. The problem is they got cute with the Mandarin thing and all that. They got really cute. They got, like we said it before, Hollywoods get cute. You know, they try to get funny, and we wind up with Iron Man 3. I love Shane Black. That's the
What's funny? It's funny, as I was about to say, how do you go up against Iron Man? You do exactly what you did in Civil War, and you make his opponent somebody who's sincere, genuine, no ego. Like the end of Civil War with him and Steve was like, that doesn't belong to you. And Steve just drops it, like, fuck it, you take it.
That's right. You
see Iron Man beaten physically, beaten mentally, beaten on a moral high ground standpoint. Like he lost completely. And he's the guy who had his parents killed by one of the other characters.
By the best friend of Cap.
Yeah.
Saying, and the funny thing is when he's fighting him and the AI goes, you can't win. So the AI just told him, you can't fight, bro. That's why you're gonna lose. That's literally what the AI. I remember, having an argument with somebody. It goes, it's not saying that. No, it's exactly what it's saying. You can't physically beat him. You suck. That's why you have weapons. You don't throw hands, bro. You use blasters.
I watched, to emphasize that point, I watched a video of Michael J. White. And he was saying how when most people throw a punch, they lean with their shoulder and their body to throw the punch.
Yeah, you telegraph it.
Yeah, and he had a fighter up there who's like, yo, don't let me hit your hand. And he did the normal punch, and the fighter was able to dodge every time. And he was like, what you got to do is this. And he did nothing but just move his arm. And he's like, dodge. And every single time he hit the fighter in the head, the fighter could not move out of the way fast enough.
He was with Kimbo Slice.
No, that's the video that got him noticed. The video I saw was he was talking to somebody after that and like going over it again. But that's the thing with the whole Tony Stark was predictive movements based on fight patterns and all that shit. But when Cap's not going off of the fight pattern, you're 98% chance of him throwing a left hook means nothing when he's not even caring about a left hook.
He's trying to put you down, son. That's what I'm saying, and that's like I said, the tactical genius is another form of intelligence you could always do. You know what I mean? How to beat somebody, how somebody beat themselves. It's so many different ways, but yeah, we pretty much named every single genius possible.
Yeah, if we're gonna go like
actual technology, yeah.
If we're gonna go with tactics and shit, we got to go with the one character you've been touting ever since we started, Taskmaster.
Absolutely, yeah. Taskmaster whole thing is seeing you fight and understanding it. Unless you have a superpower, it's gonna go toe to toe with you. Unless you have a trick up your sleeve that unless you're like Deadpool, that's fucking random. Other than that, you have a problem all day. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we could shoot you can shoot an arrow just like Hawkeye, throw your shield just like Cap. It's simple. You know what I mean? And pretty much fight your summer sticks exactly like Daredevil. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a tough day at the office.
Yeah,
even Bullseye for that matter.
Yeah, he's just as accurate.
And you got to know some kind of math for the angles when he ricochets. Same thing with Deadshot. Same deal. Saying you just don't shoot that out of luck. Deathstroke thinks 9 times faster than most humans. You know what I mean? Tactical genius. So there's different levels of intelligence, but for the most part, for the plain Richards, terrific Batman.
So, all right. So Bruce Wayne, Lex Luthor, Asmodeus. That's how you say his name?
Sure.
No, the dude from Watchmen.
Ozymandias.
And Ozymandias, Dr. Doom, Reed Richards, and I guess Hank Pym. All in the room. Who's the smartest out of them? If there was a game to be played, and one of them had to be the winner, who's winning the game?
I say out of pure intelligence, just intelligence alone, I say Reed Richard. He's obsessed with that, so I would say Reed Richard.
I can't go against my boy Doom.
Yeah.
I mean, when you literally can figure out how to conquer Asgard, how to wield the gauntlet, how to take powers from gods, how to run an entire battle world. Look, in Battle World, Dr. Doom had such a fucking stranglehold on it that Reed Richards voluntarily became his right-hand man. Reed Richards was like, yo, we're not beating him, so I might as well just fucking join him.
Now, is that a level of intelligence or is that a cowardness?
No, that's a level of intelligence from Doom. That's a superiority in Doom. When you have that.
No, I hear that. I understand it, but I'm just saying for Reed Richards, is that more intelligence or cowardness?
That's more intelligence.
Yeah. In order for you to figure out a way to defeat somebody, self-preservation, you have to be alive. Because that's just stupid.
Yeah,
if you're trying to beat somebody from the inside, you have to be alive to do it. And
like, any smart person would tell you.
Is he a coward, or is he trying to figure out from the inside what he needs to do?
Well, it turned out that he was just legit helping him, and it wasn't until Black Panther took the gauntlet and did his shit that Reed was like, "I can do it now. Like, now we're fighting now. Okay." Well, but anybody with any intelligence will tell you that if the option is you do something or you die, you do that thing. Like that, there's no cowardness in going, you know what? Fuck it. He's already won. Might as well get something out of this deal.
Yeah.
A strategical retreat is never cowardice. It's like, yo, we'll live to fight another day. If you ever seen The Mummy, he's right. Live today, fight tomorrow. Just calm down. You're being real American right now. Let's go. We'll figure some shit out, but we'll be alive.
I'm pretty sure. I don't play chess, but I'm pretty sure in chess there is a way to do a tactical retreat that opens up your opponent for a later strike.
Well, a lot of times you can do the gambit move. You sacrifice something in order to open it up. That's what gambit means. You essentially sacrifice a piece to open up a way for yourself. I remember when I learned that. First of all, I knew gambit first. So I'm like playing with the gentleman. And he was like, "Oh, that's a gambit move." I have no idea what the fuck I was doing. He completely misread me. I was like, "You're lying." And I told him after the game, you won. I was like, I had no idea what I was doing. "Oh, so you don't know what a gambit move is?" "I do now." Didn't know before. It's literally a strategic sacrifice. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I don't mind I don't like big crowds, but I don't mind walking in them because I got gambits all around me. That
Absolutely
anything
correct.
happens, take them. Gone.
I do this thing now. I do this thing for a long time where I cross the street. I'm literally wherever way the cars come in, I'm at the other end of it. So that some bitch starts plowing through people, I got a chance to get away. You know what I'm saying? I remember I did it once with a cousin of mine. He goes, what are you doing? Why are you walking over there? If that car decides to plow through these people, there's a good chance after hitting 2 bodies, I get the fuck out the way. He goes, shit, never thought about that. I go, the way people drive in New York City, brother.
Oh, yeah.
And think about it, the last 3 years, it's been fucking cabs running like Uber drivers running through 42nd.
And they can't drive for shit.
So there's your gambits right there. All day. Like at work, I'm at the door. Some shit happens in there. I grab my bag.
Yo, and back when I worked at Throgsneck at the security post, I told that to a few people. They were like, "Yo, I'm so glad you're here. In case any actual danger or something happens, man, having you sitting at the front is a good, it's a relief on me." And I was like, "It's a relief on me too." And I'm like, "Yeah, why? Because you're that." They were like, "Why? Because you're good at your job," expecting me to brag. And I was like, "No." I was like, "Because I'm pretty sure I can outrun all the residents here as I leave the front door."
Mm-hmm. Remember somebody came in and was like, "Yo, whose bag is that?" "Mine." "Well, why do you have it there?" "In case I got to leave right away." I literally grab my bag and I bounce. Yep. Anything else can stay. My jacket's already on. My coat's already on. I just need to grab my bag and I go, out, son. Literally gone.
Remember, just like an airplane, help yourself first and then turn around and help everybody else.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I remember I was telling somebody, and I hope it never happens, but I was telling somebody, I was like, "Yo, listen, if somebody comes in and starts popping off in there, bro, because we do a really light bag search. That shit is pathetic. Like, you do realize I'm out. I have the advantage of being up here." "What's that?" Gone. Drop your radio there. This is not my property.
That's it.
Take it easy, fellas.
I could call the cops better from outside. I got better reception.
Yeah, so where'd you go? To live.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get hired anywhere else, brother. I'm behind. You know what I'm saying?
my name ain't John. So don't call me McLean.
Nope.
Yeah. This is hostage situation. I'm on the outside telling them there was 3 of them that walked in.
Yep, absolutely. It's like, man, I got no weapon and I don't get paid enough to sacrifice anything. You go fuck yourself, boss. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But yeah, man, that's the strategic retreat, or like I said, the Gambit move is a sacrifice that's needed to win. So
I always thought the Gambit move was just wink at a girl, say something, and then throw a card at her
with a Cajun accent with your number on it. Your number's on the card.
That's it. Mon ami.
Yeah.
So
it's funny. I remember the first time that episode, Externally Yours, watching that episode and going, God, these stacks is just that damn thick. Then I went to New Orleans and I was like, holy shit. That was not a lie. Them shit's just thick as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Not with everybody, but a lot of people at the bars I went to, I was like, why you guys really sound like that? That's cool. I mean, you got no teeth, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So
fun thing.
We'll end it on this, and then we'll start talking about, I guess, The Last of Us or whatever. But the superiority of intelligence goes to Marvel.
I mean, honestly, purely off of the fact that when you think of what the DC characters have accomplished that are intelligent, have what they've done, yeah, I mean, not a lot of DC characters have reached godhood that are intelligent. They've gotten close. You know what I mean? And like there's a comic where Reed Richards literally has a meeting with a bunch of variants of himself, and they're all geniuses, and they're all trying to figure out how to control the universe, the different universes. Think about that shit. You're meeting with a bunch of different versions of yourselves, and you're all coming up with a way to do that. And it's very plausible with all those variants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then what Doom has done, so Supreme, Beyonder, God, Asgard. You know what I mean? I mean, T'Challa with the gauntlet that no human should really hold. You know what I mean? Lex Luthor's still having problems with Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He could have.
I mean, Batman comes up with every contingency plan, but he still has to have them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say Marvel definitely gets the edge when it comes to the geniuses.
Yeah, but I would also agree with that, but based on the fact that it's literally written, the style of DC is gods amongst men, with the style of Marvel is technology and real life basis, men amongst heroes. Like,
yeah.
So, all right. So, last thing, quick question: could it be possible that She-Hulk and Deadpool are the smartest characters in any comic book because they realize they're characters in a comic book?
It's funny. I actually had a discussion with somebody about the self-awareness, and I think with Deadpool, it's literally him just being ape shit. Like I don't think at any point Deadpool really realizes in the comic more than he's just is that bad shit sometimes. You know what I mean? Like in his mind, he believes he's in the comic. He's just a theory of mine. You know what I mean? Like the way he lives his life is almost he's like he realizes this could be a comic book, and then he lives it that way. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like when you're doing something and something stupid happens, you just look in the corner like, really?
Yeah. You from every movie you ever seen, you just look over. Like the angle, like a camera would be right there, and you look at it all the time at work. I'd be on some this shit. No.
Like
I feel like that's a Deadpool thing. Like, this can only be a comic book the way the shit happens. So he lives it that way. This is a theory of mine. I mean, clearly the writer said the writer that wrote him said that, but I feel like that's the way he wrote it. And then when it became self-aware and everybody understood it, he kind of turned the corner and said, "Yeah, that's what I meant."
Yeah.
And then when it comes to She-Hulk, I think that's just taking a trope of somebody that's just self-aware. Like same thing. This has to be a comic book. There's no way a 7-foot, 500-pound lawyer can exist in the real world. It's got to be a comic book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the only way that makes sense. I'm literally an Amazon monster, all puns intended, and I'm in court in heels. How is this normal? I mean, that's just my take on it.
I think it for me, it depends on how much stake you put on self-awareness. Because in the real world, like if you take a dolphin, they've been shown to be more so or just as intelligent as us. And they also have self-awareness. If you put a mirror in front of them, they can be like, oh, that's me in the mirror, not another dolphin. So just because they're self-aware doesn't inherently make them more intelligent, because self-awareness is a completely different thing. Then, it's like street smarts versus book smarts. It's a completely different field. So it all depends on how much stake you give that.
So, like each one will get you out of a different situation. I mean, one will literally save your life. The other one, you'll be like, well, I got the answer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but depending on the situation you're in, I honestly don't believe either one of them. Well, she's a lawyer, so there's a level of intelligence to that. But with Deadpool, even though he is an assassin, you have to know how to do that too. But I don't think they're like extremely intelligent because they're self-aware. I honestly believe it's what I said is, this can't be real. I can't rock this body condom and kill people, and this shit is real life. This is impossible. And then I heal fast, but I still have cancer around my body. Shit makes no sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I also think personally that Deadpool is not like a tactical genius. He's just fucking reckless because he knows he's gonna be all right, which then throws off his opponents because they're with the mindset, all right, a rational person is gonna do X, Y, and Z. And then you got Deadpool who's like, well, I'm gonna do Z, J, and T. And like, wait a minute, what the fuck just happened? Because he doesn't give a shit.
Yep. Yeah. I think he's high risk all the time. Because if a spill of his blood is out there, he's gonna regrow. So he's like, I'll be all right. I'll be fine. You really can't kill me. So, yeah. I've always felt like someone like I forgot, someone like Daredevil is more of a genius than a lot of people can give him credit for. And not necessarily the law, but him understanding where he's from, what he's doing, and understanding it's like anybody else. You're not going to win the battle, but you keep fighting it no matter what. But you completely understand.
Yeah.
This is a losing effort. You're going to save lives, but you're not going to ultimately get rid of evil because it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? You're smart enough to understand that, but you still do it. It's a little bit of insanity as well, but I feel like people like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's that fucking Christian guilt shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel guilty because I hurt him, so I'm gonna make amends.
Mm-hmm.
But then I need to do justice. The only way to get justice is to hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel guilty that I hurt him, so I gotta go make amends. But then, it's that whole fucking
it's a vicious cycle. But I feel like there's a level of intelligence to understanding that you're doing that. You know what I mean?
It's funny. Just as much as we keep saying that Batman's in the alley, he never left. He's still with his parents. That I honestly believe that Matt Murdock is that masochistic.
Absolutely.
Where he's just like, he knows, I'm going to get my ass handed to me. Good.
Agreed.
Let me get my ass kicked.
This is penance. Joe, honorable mentions, Sue Storm and Ben Grimm, because, they're a high level of intelligence also. Not as high as Reed Richards, but Ben Grimm was with Reed Richards in school learning.
Well, yeah, Ben Grimm is an actual pilot and I think like an engineer.
He has a PhD in engineering or some shit like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Aeronautical engineer, I believe. Sue Storm is also intelligent.
Another honorable mention would probably be Black Widow, hacker, infiltrator. You know what I'm saying? Once again, emotional intelligence. You know what I mean? She gets secrets out of everybody. So get a secret out of a god, that can't be easy. Especially the god is like 1,400 years old or 1,000 or some shit like that.
Yeah, and especially he's the god of mischief.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yo, I said it once. I'll say it again. They 100% got me in the original Avengers. When she turned around, I was like, "You're a monster." I was like, "No, no, no, no." I was ready to get up and be like, "No, no, no, stop this shit. That is not what Black Widow does." And then when she flipped it, I was like, "Okay, we're good.
There you go.
Everybody sit down. Everybody, we can watch the rest of this."
Yeah. Definitely Black Widow. I would definitely put her up there.
And I'll definitely give her movie 5 years before they did.
Absolutely.
Back when it was, what's that word I'm looking for? Relevant.
Yeah. It's funny because you could have really done that right before Winter Soldier. They could have led into it.
I can't believe that they fucking said, "Oh, because female toys don't sell as much, so we're not gonna make it." Like, first off, I understand you make probably more money with the marketing and all that shit. Secondly, who gives a fuck? Make the goddamn movies.
Especially when you were all obsessed about continuity, you could literally went from one to the other right away, and then still fit hers in. She could have done that, fit into another one, because she was always part of the conflict. She was in the middle of it. Yeah, it would have made perfect sense.
Not to mention,
have in the middle of it, give her a movie.
You had your own. You already had her as a female hero in your stable.
Yep.
You didn't need to go out and get a brand new one to try to fucking do the
Green Lantern movie, but just not as good at all.
Hold on.
I remember when I saw Captain Marvel, I was like, "So Green Lantern?" I remember somebody was like, "Yo, yeah." I was like,
"See, I can't." Now, me and you are gonna. We started out with a non-argument. Now, me and you are gonna have one. That movie was way better than Green Lantern.
No, I'm not saying it's the same as Green Lantern. I'm saying it's a Green Lantern movie that was done right.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. It's pretty much how Green Lantern should have done. Should have been done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's what I mean. I'm not. Listen, Green Lantern was horrendous. I know this. The suit itself was disgusting, but I'm just like, that's Green Lantern but done by Marvel, right? I'm saying,
dude,
I'm probably admitting that's legit. That's the way it looked.
How funny is it that Marvel did Green Lantern right? They did the Justice League with the
essentially,
right?
essentially, yeah.
And then DC turned around and was like, "You know what? You guys fucked up Thor: Love and Thunder. How about this? We'll do our own fucking Thor movie with Black Adam."
Yeah, pretty much. I was just sometimes and once again, it should have been Black Widow. Just went with it. You didn't have to get cute. She could have literally been the glue sticking everything together between the movies.
Yeah.
The only good thing that comes out of it is we get David Harbour's Red Guardian. True. And Yolova, whatever I can never pronounce her name, but Florence Pugh as the new Black Widow.
Yeah.
And the team.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be. I mean, that movie has a high risk of failing.
Yeah.
One for two reasons. One, a lot of those people aren't even close to the original Thunderbolts. If you ever read the Thunderbolts, honestly, none of them are on it.
Yeah, Matt Gorgon's Venom should be there, but he's nowhere to be seen.
You could do Red Hulk. You could do the Radiation. The one I like is Red Hulk, Elektra, the Punisher. I forget the last person.
And then Ares, I know Ares has been on the Thunderbolts for a long time.
Yeah, so it's the Red Hulk by itself. is pretty much the way it's set up because Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah.
And now Harrison Ford is playing him in the Hawkeye movie. I mean, in the Captain America movie. You know what I'm saying? But it's once I saw it and I was like, this is essentially a spy team. It's a soldier team. You know what I mean? But we shall see. I think that's the one that has the highest risk of failing for them in this next phase. You know what I mean? Like I could fall on its face real. It could fall flat real hard.
Yeah.
But we shall see.
But it could also, I think it has actually a higher risk of succeeding because anything from good to great and it passes. That's a wide vast of where it can land.
I agree. Yeah. I remember I saw a breakdown of how this last phase wasn't that bad. And it's funny because at the very beginning, I was like, all right, let's see what this dude says. He had two very good points in the beginning, and then he just lost me. Because I was like, nah. Like, I can't back that up with paperwork. I'm sorry, man. Like, I want to agree with you, but I couldn't. Because he tried to defend Thor Love and Thunder hard, and I was like, Gore can only do but so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever see those lists of like, oh, here's the 10 things that suck but have one redeeming quality?
Absolutely correct. Yeah.
That's it. Thor, like, it's on the list that sucks, but that one scene where Christian Bale got to be the Joker was fucking awesome.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He said, Heath Ledger. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that scene. I was there. Yeah. We'll see. Should be an interesting year for movies in general this year.
It should be. Yo, I might actually go see Knock at the Cabin this weekend.
Yeah, it's funny. All I've read is good stuff about it, you know. So see if I give it a shot myself. I'm a Batista fan, so
yeah,
you know, because he's an actor.
I actually want to see, but everything I've seen Batista in is either an action movie or like Blade Runner 2049 is very limited in his acting range. Let's put him in a whole movie and let's see what the fuck he can do.
Yeah.
Where he doesn't have to rely on I'm the big tough dude.
I mean, the movie he did, I think it was called Bushwick. That was action, but it was really just him and the girl. They're like really having a lot of time. We're doing a lot of dialogue.
Where they had to go through Brooklyn, right?
Brooklyn,
yeah.
That was the action was the third character in it. It was really him and that girl.
I was gonna see it, but then quite literally, the day I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna check this out," I saw 4 reviews, and every single one of them said it was trash.
Oh,
I was like, "All right, that's too many in a row." For
that's a problem. I remember I thought a movie was that I read a review, it was trash, and then I saw it years later, and I was like, man, I shouldn't have read that review because I remember these cats like that shit, like The Notebook, and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do. That's like I never go by Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't watch reviews for movies. That movie Stuber that he was in, where he took the Uber places and all that, that was pretty good. Like, have you seen that yet?
No,
that
I don't even know where that fucking is. Like, where to stream it.
Yeah, well, I saw that one, and it's not it's kind of like a comedic action movie, but you see Batista go through so much shit because he's not like physically capable of doing the job anymore, and he's trying to prove he can. So you see a different version of Batista.
What?
Let's put him in a movie like Cliffhanger or something, or The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yo, those are 2 vastly different fucking movies.
Okay, wait. I know what I'm gonna do here. So I understand. I kind of understand where he's coming from. I want to say I'm understand here. I'm gonna Deadpool the shit out of this. Go with me. Just go with me. So you want to go from Cliffhanger to Pursuit of Happiness. So you want to see the range from one movie to the other one. Am I right, Show? Or don't answer me and tell me to go fuck myself. Just do it. There you go. Okay. All right. He wants two different movies and in the spectrum. I'm pretty sure he didn't mean that. He's just saying yeah because I'm saying it. But cool.
Yo, dude, if you're not gonna show up until 5 minutes left, at least have your ideas fully formed.
Well, he tried to come on earlier, but he used the wrong link, and then now the link isn't working because I guess it's too long.
How isn't it the same link all the time?
Because I had to make an event on this shit because YouTube banned us, so it's a different link.
No wonder I had to log in and do some other shit.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit! Once I got on, like, oh, I completely forgot they did that shit. My bad.
Yo,
yeah.
I was literally looking at the screen like, what the fuck you mean password and name? I don't know. I never used a password for this.
It's funny when it said go to your channel. I was like, I don't have a channel on YouTube. I don't create content. I just show up and see clips and shit. What is this channel shit? I'm gonna make one though, and I'm just gonna make channels of me doing shit like this. Dumbass content, like yo, that's just a thumbs up. Yeah, that's it. And
watch you get to 100,000 followers before we
and the simplest thing, just see the top of the shine of my head and the thumbs up.
Yeah,
so I'm like, yo, have you seen this shit? Is incredible. No, it's stupid. It's mine. It's dumb. Trust me, it's the stupidest thing I thought of.
Like, you have to do it now. And
I have to do it now. I have to do it.
Yeah, and now you gotta every once in a while not put the thumb. So now it's like 50-50. Like, oh, the video is out. Is there a thumb or not? Are we getting a thumb today?
Keep the intrigue up. Keep the intrigue and mystery.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I swear to God if that works. I'm so upset. So pissed off. It probably will. That's some Logan Paul shit. Some more of them idiots.
Dude, you can either do that or you can start a streak. And then I'll see on the news and be like, yo, for 400 days, this channel has posted a video with a thumbs up.
We don't know what it means. It doesn't mean anything. Just want to see how many dumbasses go and look at it.
I just want to see news anchors on the fucking morning news just debate the veracity of what the fuck the thumb means.
Invite me on there. I go like that. I just want to say that everybody that watches them is a moron. You're idiots. It means nothing. It's worse than the Seinfeld show because it means nothing. It's a fucking thumb. Holy shit. You guys, you had a whole theory about it. You're an idiot. It's a thumb.
It represents the struggle of us as colored men living in the world.
I go, my man. It's like Phil Collins said when everybody has an interpretation of in the other night. He was like, I don't even know what the fuck it means. Whatever you think it is, it's not because I don't know what it means. I don't know what the fuck the lyrics are about. I'll be honest with you. I came up with that shit randomly. But hey, keep downloading it.
Didn't Jordan Peele say like whatever you come up with in my movies, that's what we're going with? Because sometimes you say better shit than I can.
To that note with In the Air tonight, this is one of the lyrics. I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget?
Yeah.
It's the last time or the first time we ever met. What?
That left him and he hates her now. He's like, no, I don't know what the fuck it means. Stop. That's what the thumb is gonna do.
He had a
question.
Yeah.
A thumb?
Yeah, he had a Rocky moment, that song. Because remember in Rocky 1, like, you want me to fight the fight? Yeah, I'll fight the fight. You want to come to my house? He has no idea what he's saying. He's just yelling.
Just like Rambo. At the end of Rambo. I'm like, what? Was there a script at this point? Or you just went as lib and nobody understands you. You understand your lip curls down and we can't hear the fucking thing you're saying, right? Absolutely, yeah.
He ain't got no legs. He ain't got no legs. He just wanted to drive a car. He got no legs.
Like, look, you sound like Ace Ventura when he's in the tank. When he's doing the put me in, coach. You sound like that. I don't know how that dude get his face straight. Can we?
Yo, I'm convinced that at a certain point they just filmed him with nobody, and then composited him in the scene. That way he could stand there straight face while Jim's doing all that shit.
Meanwhile, he's all like, "Where'd you find this guy? This is a Rocky guy? Wow! Don't do that again, ever." Yeah, thumbs up thing. I'll give it a shot.
Word.
It's not gonna say anything either. It's gonna just the statements that I will be making.
Yeah, I literally want to just see what people impose on that.
Me too.
Is the meaning that's.
I'm done. I'm really curious to see the first comment. They're like, "You're an asshole." I go, "See, that guy gets it." I won't even want to like report it. I go, "Yo, you're right."
Then you just respond with the thumbs up emoji.
Yeah, that's it. The thumbs up, the thumbs up movement has started.
You don't respond with anything to somebody else, and they're like, "Wait a minute, what does it mean? I didn't get a thumbs up. What does that mean?"
Is he mad at me?
Yeah.
Is he gonna block me?
And
nah, man, I have a life. I got shit to do, bro.
They're gonna ask me what it means, and you know what I'm gonna say.
Like, yeah, hey, you work with the guy. You know the guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say,
what is it?
that's what it could mean.
At best, I want a non-wrestling fan to go, what does that mean? I know what the drums mean. Yo, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for the non-wrestling fan to hear that and either think Mortal Kombat or 300.
Oh my god, yeah. But it's funny, Mortal Kombat right after, then 300 pre 300. That's crazy. Yes, congratulations, show.
And on that note,
yeah.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody.